Recording. Boom, boom, boom. What? Boom! Back at it again. How are you doing, F4F fam? It is the 27th of October, 2017. Friday Q&A with Chocks A, number 42. Bada bing, bada
42.
boom. How's it going, everybody? Turn that a little bit there. Get a bit more of that action going on. What is up, guys? Chocks, can you believe Banjo-Kazooie TT, 630 plus yes votes. Those 10 people rallied hard by making so many fake
That's what I'm saying,
accounts.
60 fake accounts.
Each person doing.
That's right, yeah.
Is that what you said as well?
That's what I said, yeah.
Absolutely. Amazing job by those 10 guys. 60 fake accounts.
And what
each.
else? What else? There's been a crazy Persona 5.
That I've seen so many people coming to join the club when it says, "Oh, we found out about it because of."
There's been a lot of,
there's a Persona 5.
There's been a lot of new members.
What is going on about
coming
that?
from Reddit.
Reddit and Tumblr. There was this dude who was like, "Yeah, we got to get an Akichi, a crow figure." So
All right, steady. So nice one.
Nice one.
So hopefully that becomes a thing.
Yeah.
We've always said we don't want to do a one and done kind of thing. So
Yep.
if 3 or more characters have 550 plus
Well, we say
votes,
that. What would we do for Banjo if we went for that? Well, we'd go for it, but how if we got it? What would be more than Banjo? But
Peas.
indeed, what is up, Cedric? Joyce Robinson, how you doing? Michael Aragon. Hey, bud, how's it going, mate? Aramez kicking ass with those TT online stuff. What is going on, Mr. Greg Michalowski? Hey, yo, how's it going? Dave Tedesco, what is the last day to cancel Majora's Mask and get the full refund? I want to cancel my reg and get the exclusive. Do it now. It's it finishes basically Monday, so take advantage of that. Full refund when it comes to any payments outstanding on the regular version or the exclusive version. Indeed, so you can take that into account. Let me just move this down a bit. What?
What?
Oh, hold on. If I do this, move that down slightly, transition that across. Yes, slightly better. Oop, if I just move a bit to the right. Oh god, there we go. So we can do that. What is going on, Becca? How's it going, Amanda? We got Tyler in the house. Christian Hernandez. What is up, 3 p.m.?
Amanda Kirby.
Amanda Kirby in the house.
Congratulations on your job.
What?
2 jobs. She's got 2 jobs.
Moonlighting.
Yeah.
What? Congratulations on your job. That means more money for F4Fs. What is going on, Denise? How's it going? James Bailey, you've been a naughty boy saying no to Banjo, or Banjo I should say, no to Banjo. We've got Hector saying can't wait for that exclusive Majora's Mask. That will be dropping soon. I just need to check whether or not Lorenzo knows that we're doing that.
Yeah, guys. So hopefully we'll do that launch for Majora's Mask and Taki shortly after the live. Yeah, makes sense. Shortly after the live stream. So there's no need to rush into pre-ordering it.
Yeah.
It's not anything to do with any like low numbers and stuff like that. So, but if you are on the wait list and you think, I was on a waitlist regular and you want to change it to the exclusive, you can do so by cancelling your regular waitlist order and just jump onto the exclusive order.
Now I need to speak to.
Oh, you're doing the thingy.
What thing?
Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah, it's just running.
Just running, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to check.
Jamie, my name's not James. Alright, any questions in regards to the pre-order, guys? There's been a lot of people asking, worried, the concern about losing out on their exclusive pre-order, but don't worry about that. There's no penalty fees for cancelling pre-orders right now over the weekend. Everything resumes back to normal though afterwards. So if you actually on the waitlist, this week Brenda has actually converted all the waitlist pre-orders to a confirmed order. So, but those pre-orders will not, I believe they will not have FlexiPay. So if you want FlexiPay, you have to cancel your the guys that are on waitlist now, you have to cancel your waitlist orders and jump on the pre-order after the stream as well. I believe that's
Indeed.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Jesus.
What are you calling?
Trying to call Kanako. One of my mates has just launched. He's just launched Town of Light
Right,
in Japan,
right.
and he needs translation of a sentence. And he says he used Google Translate, but
Yeah.
he needs to. He could ask the agency. It can take 24 hours. Well, this is called multitasking as hell. Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Yeah,
I'll see if she goes
9:40
up.
p.m.
I'll ask if Kanako can give me a buzz when she's there.
That's right, Chris. All current pre-orders are still good. So, guys, since after the changes, if you like the pre-order, you don't have to do anything about it. So what it means is that the new design will be replacing the old design, the OG mask. However, if you don't, if you don't like the new design, that's fine as well. That's cool. You can cancel your pre-order, which is fine. There will be no penalties on that.
Let me just copy a message to Kanako. Hold on 1 second.
No, John, you cannot request the last number in production. Hey, Nicholas, can you hurry up and take my last 2 payments from Majora's Mask? Well, we won't be taking the... If you're a current pre-order, we won't be taking the payments immediately. We need the new pre-orders to catch up. So I believe Brenda's set the flexi payment plan already. Once the pre-order ends, the first payment for the new guys will be 1 month after. So it'll be sometime end of November, I believe, or December. And then a couple months from there, and then she will take the payments for the current pre-order guys as well. So everything will line up nicely.
What is up, James? Let us know. Chris Hildebrand says that Mario Odyssey is sweet. I need to check that out. Can't wait to see that. What is going on, Ricky? Yeah, so basically it is... Oh, so you're going to need to... So Lorenzo, does he even aware that we're launching it?
I'm talking to him now.
Indeedy. Yo, Hobie. What? Today is a last chance weekend for 2 items. Majora's Mask and Taki. Both of them are going live in about sometime, in about 3 hours? 2 hours?
Yeah.
Something
After
like
the
that.
stream, yeah.
Basically after the stream. But of course, I don't think it's going to be particularly difficult. All you need to do is just flip it on, because it's not like it's fighting for low numbers, right? So it's not like it's just any sort of time during that. Should be okay.
Let me just ask him.
Joey Griggs is going to be live streaming Odyssey.
Yeah? Don't spoil it for everyone.
Is it did it just come out?
It's already out in Hong Kong.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you picking it up?
I'll wait later. I haven't even opened my Switch yet. I can pick it up later.
I promise Harvey he can do as soon as he finishes Wind Waker.
Yeah?
Yeah, he
It's
can
finished,
have
isn't it?
No, he's still trying to. He's in the
How
last
far-
part.
Oh,
No,
wow, that's quick.
He's got to reassemble the Triforce shards to make the Triforce. So he's on that bit there. But it's a last chance thing, so it's not supposed to be being a lot of traffic. It's just. Joey's playing it for the first time. GameStop did a midnight release in North America. Cool. Brandon, what is the point of no votes in TTs? I heard they don't matter, and for what they see, they might cause discrepancies in comment sections. Well, the reason for no votes is just for us to keep the finger on the pulse with regards to knowing our customers. It is also important it's just as important to know the no's, whilst that won't influence whether or not we go for the license or not, or push for the license, or inquire about the license. It certainly helps us understand we want to understand the interests of our community. So it's interesting to see those no's, even though it is not actually directly relevant to that particular TT. So it is important to see. It also encourages to see the engagement in the community, to see why is it that some people vote in TTs and sometimes they do and sometimes they don't? Is it because they weren't here? Is it because they don't have any interest to even vote no?
So many reasons.
Right, and we can keep our fingers on the pulse by seeing how many total votes as well. It's also an interesting matrix for us to follow. So that is the reason why. Brandon. I just want to make sure I turn off. Make sure there is no hide reactions. What is up, Raul? Guys, I won't be on much as my Mojo's Mask converted and I'm busy playing Odyssey. Enjoy, Raul. Announce happy mask salesman, says Mr. Griggs. Kevin Hewelt. You also need to have two options where you can make when you make a poll. What two options? You need to make. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's in the
Amanda Kirby says, showed my brother the new design of Majora's Mask and he is so happy with it. He has ordered it as well as me.
Boom.
Nice one.
Bada bing, bada boom. That's awesome. If I welcome Brandon for that answer. What is up, Mr. Lobo? Thanks for joining us.
Same as Greg Mikulowski.
Mr. Mikulowski.
What are you streaming this weekend?
Majora's Mask, Banjo-Kazooie. Take your choice. Take your pick.
He's probably trying to finish off his Final Fantasy, right? Was it Final Fantasy? I can't remember. Castlevania? I don't know. So many things going on.
Indeed. Just for your reference, guys, I have been in China all day long. I've just come back in time for this Friday. Yeah, you want to put your thing on. Came back just in time for Q&A. I've been looking at a few things. The first one was the Fighter Kirby production. So I went to see the factory, checking all the parts and the pieces. It's good enough to now to go to packaging. What are you looking for? Did John nick it?
No.
He always nicks it. Oh, it's behind that. The big Bowser was covering it up. So that has been what is going on with me today, and also want to check out that same factory is also working on Majora's Mask, Spyro, and Guts. And
Checking out the SD, right?
yeah, the SD guys came to me, which was good. The SD guys, and that was a lot of time spent on that, and that's looking really tight. And honestly, if I didn't go there, it would be some serious mistakes going on. They were like, "Oh yeah, like this." I'm like, "No,
It's not the first time.
Indeed. Neo Dragon is asking us if we got that Saitama UK update. What was that again? We said it was part of the EU, wasn't it?
It's coming from the EU warehouse.
So it's coming from Slovakia, so it's part of that.
Yeah, so so if you look at the calendar, there won't be it won't be under UK, it'll be under.
So when he does that, he
Slovakia.
should put brackets including UK for that item because we don't have
It'll
this.
be just that one. I can't see it being.
No, because we always talked about sometimes he's going to
Yeah.
consolidate them into the EU one just
Sometimes.
because it's going to be, it doesn't have enough to fill its own container.
Yeah.
For those ones, he should just put bracket including UK. That's what he needs to do. And for the ones that are obviously UK based, you don't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
Right? So that's that.
Right. So Lorenzo's on standby.
Cool. Oh yeah, Alex, we'll definitely get it before Christmas.
What? Get what before Christmas?
His Saitama.
Should be.
Ah. I would've
Should
thought
be.
so.
What does it say? Does it say early December, mid December, or late December?
Oh, it's late as that? Surely not.
No, because that's what's been updated as well. There's you can see on the back. Mid December.
Oh shit, really?
That's what it says.
Oh shit, it's waiting for Fighter Kirby and Nightmare.
Yeah.
Ah.
Silver. What happened today? When you were checking these?
Which ones?
You were checking these, right?
No,
Yes.
I'm saying going there on Monday.
Oh.
Yeah, today was looking at Fighter Kirby and the
Are you happy with
and
that?
the SD.
Fighter Kirby?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a long video that I've been working on.
Right.
And can you believe the most ridiculous thing is this? As soon as I went across the border, I was like, yeah. Let's use the VPN so I can, go on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Google's banned. WhatsApp's banned. Facebook is banned.
No wonder why you've been quiet.
Gmail was banned, so I couldn't do anything. So I said, okay, as always, I go to my VPN.
Yeah.
Oh shit, look, it doesn't work, you need it updated, but oh look, you can't get on Google.
To update it.
Exactly. I couldn't get on the
Your
Play
VPN
Store.
needs to be updated.
needs to be updated, but I couldn't do it within China, so I need to update it here. And it's like, you know, so everything was. I was like, oh,
But
fucking
you
turn
should
this shit
be
off.
you should be okay by Monday. Because you updated
Update it now.
You
Yeah,
do- you
I won't make
update
that
it.
same mistake. But what I'm going to do is, I think, you know, we should have a subsection on the YouTube page, which is going to be just like factory visits and stuff. Because can you believe, guys, our #1 video of all time in the history of histories for our YouTube channel is that Crash Bandicoot video of like 175,000 views. And everyone's in there going, yeah, slave labor and stuff.
That sweater shop video.
Yeah. Sweatshop.
Sweatshop.
I wouldn't mind if it was a sweater shop, but they go for, you know, this and that.
Come on, guys. Sweatshop.
So, seeing as that seems to be our best viewed item ever, video ever, what I'm going to do is all those documentaries that I do behind the scenes of whatever it is, I'm going to start putting those also on YouTube. I also give them to
break it into a category.
I'll give it to Jeffrey to just sort of piece them together, add some background music, whatever it is, just to make it a little bit more snazzy, and then we can release that. Yeah, it's a good sort of 10-15 minutes of that. And Dallas says crash on a motorcycle. Ready the fans.
That's right. That PVC pole for Crash.
PVC?
Was it not PVC?
No. Which one?
Oh no, that was for Spyro, wasn't it? Spyro PVC. Yes. Crash was like any other characters, like, you know.
What is up, Babs? What is up, Adam? What is up, Matthew? So we need to sort of look into that. Lorenzo's going to be around.
Yeah,
He's going to be the one who's
yeah.
going to flip the switch. Just tell him to follow the website. The website should be basically have a countdown to it, and we'll just follow that.
Yeah.
Assuming that it's not live, or is it live? I don't know if it's live.
So you want him to flip the switch?
Yeah, get him to flip the switch. Just to follow the. You keep an eye on that on the countdown from the main page as well. Matthew's received his crash. That's great. You know, there was a time when that new Slovakian warehouse had opened, and there was like this horrible day and a half where everyone was like, I was like, yeah, I got my tracking number, and then the next day and the day after was like, that tracking number isn't like updating, and this and that. I was like, oh shit.
Well,
you know, because there was a day and a half when people in the EU were like, oh yeah, you got DPD, we got, and then there's like a day and a half and it wasn't working. I was like, oh shit, that's not good news.
Yeah, Sonny updated that, sent
Yeah.
everybody a new email.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
They all started arriving anyway.
once they're
But
using, yeah.
of course, in between our integrity this and our integrity that,
I'm sure
and
it
you
needs to
know,
be done.
why did you do this? You break the contract that. It's like, oh Jesus. We're setting up the Slovakian warehouse just to make it prepare for Brexit. But it seems to be okay. I think most people have received their crashes, or at least I don't feel like they're going to. Of course, the biggest worry is that first of all, does the shipment to Slovakia, because it's the first time, arrive on the bottom of bottom of the ocean, and the second one is, of course, when they receive it in the warehouse, does it actually get sent? But obviously, they have been sent, and people have been receiving it, which is cool.
Okay, not sure what needs to be done.
Mr. Grigg says his crash arrived today, according to his nan. He's picking up on Monday. Very cool, very cool. What is Amanda Tesk?
Hey,
What?
Amanda.
What is going on to Stephanie Swan? What's your name? Who's your daddy?
What?
Let's see. Any other questions?
Okay, just enabling the stop, and I guess remove the countdown.
What is up, Brennan? As long as you said what is up, that is cool. What is going on with Solid Snake? That is pretty much done. The pieces of the puzzles have been printed out, and they're now being sampled up to make it, so we can then reopen that. So I'd probably say within 3 to 4 weeks. I think that's cool. Amanda says you have an epic wave.
I hope you're waving back.
Stephanie says it's from a song. Alex, you can use my house as a US warehouse for the East Coast. I promise I will get things where they belong. Appreciate it. 3 p.m. Much appreciated. What? 3 p.m. Chuckles was like, but why? But why is he 3 p.m.? So then I showed him, and I was like, watch this. 1, 2, 3 Punch Man. Then he totally got it. 3 p.m. What?
Okay.
David Almaraz. I want my Sonic cake statue already. 25th anniversary calling it statue. A Sonic cake. What is up, Carlos? Thanks for joining. Kirby is coming. Yes, Kirby is, is now giving them the go-ahead to start packing it. I'll show you a nice little still from my video that I took.
Kirby?
Yeah.
Fighter Kirby.
On Fighter Kirby. It looks pretty sweet. You can see, I'll give you a little bit of a show you how that looks.
104 views.
Hmm?
It's 103 or 104?
104. I'm going to turn up the brightness.
We've got 540 yes votes for Joker. Wow.
Didn't you get that already on the original TT as well, though?
No, but I think they keep saying there's like 200 missing votes from the original TT.
And here we are, going to check out the exclusives. All nicely ready. All nicely lit up here, guys. Isn't that a pretty picture? Check all of that going on there. Just a bit of a preview on how that's looking. So that's looking coming along nicely.
Amanda Kirby were happy about that.
Excellent. Yeah, so guys, all of that
What's that
has...
squeak? Squeak?
I said, turn that fucking fan off.
Oh, that was a fan. Oh, sounds
That's
like some
like
crazy
nice
bird. Like
Stuck in the fan.
yeah. Squeak. Yo, George from Marvelous Statues.
MC in the house or what?
Picture in picture. Picture in picture mode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, I will get that video up, speak to Jeffrey about getting that sorted out. We'll do that and check it on the YouTube page and see whether or not that becomes our most popular sort of thing. I don't know why. Why has it got so many views? What is the view count on that now?
Which one?
What is the view count now?
For what?
I see you're distracted and all.
I'm distracted.
Go to YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Why?
Just want to see what the Crash Sweatshop video is up.
Just bear with us, guys.
My channel. I guess. What? Scroll down. Videos. Keep going. This one here. 177,000 views.
Jesus.
That's crazy. That's really cool. Parrot, you ordered 2 MMs. Much appreciated. But the question is, did you order it from us? I know you seem to order from everybody else but us. You seem to get your exclusives from other people.
So I'm still distracted.
Are you still distracted? Hey Nana say, I've met Raoul's wife. She's very, very patient, and I thanked her very much for allowing Raoul to keep buying his F4Fs. Hey Nana say, we've been working on your leaflet. It's looking sweet. Has it finished yet?
Has what finished?
The leaflet.
Not that I know of.
Okay, but at least we got the concept sort of down, which is cool.
Oh, the idea of the thing behind it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe she was working on it today,
Cool.
but she didn't mention if it's been finished or not.
Sure, but I'm just saying we're getting that sort of sorted out.
Yeah.
Which is cool. What is up, Dylan?
What?
Kevin Bookbinder says his Mario Odyssey was delayed, which is a bit annoying. Just make sure that your stream is working as well. I think it is working fine. Yeah. All right, cool. It is now time for...
Not yet.
What? So, normally we kick it all off by talking about 2 things. The first is Majora's Mask, and the second is Various Suit. Of course, Majora's Mask, what that is going to be later this evening. And of course, Various Suit is with us. We've made the changes. I need to upload it, need to get approval. But fingers crossed we will have sort of, in the next couple of weeks, have the news to be able to go ahead with that. So fingers crossed on that. Now, can I do it? 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Boom! Matt. Boop. Jeffrey. Why is it not working? That is not working. Let me see why is that.
What's not working? Did you update the firmware?
Yeah. There it is, but I don't know why it didn't appear as a thing it was. Boom! Week in review. Let us kick it off with the DS. We're kicking off with Dark Souls. Today, I was in the factory, but I was reviewing the SD line. That, of course, is Artorias and Sumbro, the PVCs, and it was incredibly important for me to discuss with the engineers about the material. It's not about the aesthetics. The aesthetics is, as if you know, if you've watched any of our other making of documentaries, the key thing for us is to never let the factory workers ever paint anything by hand, because it's a world of difference between PVC and resin. So it's very important that everything is done in a way that it involves no hand painting. Now, I'm very happy with the way that was done, because literally I went through with a fine tooth comb every single detail along with our paint master. I looked at it. I'm happy that they won't be using any hands to do it.
Good.
So that's the first thing. The second thing is, though, which I wasn't too happy, was the solutions that they came up to me with regards to the internal skeletons to make sure it doesn't fall over. Because as you know, Sumbro's on his feet, on his toes, and likewise Artorias is quite, you know, it's got top heavy. It's got a heavy sword. So it's important to go through with that. And my solution I was happy with, of course, and they agreed to it as well. So we are working on those changes, or they're working on those changes, and those will be going to tooling imminently.
Right.
So I guess in about 50 days time.
We'll do another video like last time with Breath of the Wild Link.
Of course, as
Send
always.
down the parts, we'll go through the parts.
All the parts, which ones are the malleable ones, which are the hard ones, how is the internal skeleton going to be there, you know, this version, that version. Speaking of which, Sandy's now got 50 days to turn her shit around as well. What? So yeah, we got all of that to... so that's what I did with regards to today, but I dropped a picture of that last week. Also, just the tip, a little Dangalangs exclusive for 2 hours. Shout out to the Dangalangs. If you haven't joined their Dark Souls Dangalangs group, go and check them out on Facebook groups. They are free to talk all things Dark Souls there, and of course not just our product, any product that you wish. So if you would like to do that, go and join the Dark Souls Dangalang. Shout out to Sav Cantus on that. And of course there was a mimic tip of the tongue, just a very little bit of the saliva coming off of it. You can see we were going for that wet look and a really sort of dripping down off the tongue. So I think that tongue saliva is a little bit too clean. I want to dirty it up a little bit, but you can nice to see that effect of how it drips down and holds. So hopefully you guys like that. The other thing that we showed was a Sif ring box, and honestly, Sif has been quite a bit of a challenge because there were so many different things in there, and we kind of went a bit overboard with that, and that was art print, die cast swords, and this ring, and then the ring box. All these things make it, a little bit more challenging to coordinate it all. Now, that's also on me this week. We had Rachel, who's my latest hire, who's out in the China office, is going to help with a lot more coordination between the Hong Kong team and the China team to make sure that we are more on track. So this week, Gantt charts have been my friend and been working on a lot of that. Basically, we're in a great position now. We have great product coming up. We have a great team here. However, we are incredibly inefficient, and that's on me. Got to make sure that we increase the efficiency of the whole operation. And once we can do that, we can be much more confident with when we put something out, when it's going to come out on the other side. Got to get those processes out. It's going to be much more like a sausage factory. You put it in one end, it shits out the other end in a certain amount of time. And that's what I've been working on, and that's sort of what I'm going to focus on as we go forwards. The other thing is we're looking at the Berserk line. So Berserk, I was today over there discussing about the new exclusive base, and that was coming along nicely, discussing that at the factory, which is also the Fighter Kirby factory. So that is coming along. We've done it in a way that we've changed the setup from the one that you see in the New York pictures. One of the differences there is that originally the sort of purple soles on the top cover was a separate piece that you would sort of just put on. It was transparent and you'd put it on like a cup. The problem with that is, and if you look at your, anybody looks at their Wind Waker Ganondorfs, you'll see what I'm talking about. Doing that process is basically every single item that comes out of a mold shrinks, and they shrink at different amounts and different areas, meaning that you can't have spray masks, you can't do a lot of the technical painting styles that you can do with PVC, which is the differences. But one of the things is, of course, is that resin, transparent resin, actually becomes a slightly smaller, more so, becomes a little bit more. The shrinkage is more. So what you'll see is a very fine, sort of maybe 1 millimeter gap that goes around the edges of the top of the Wind Waker Ganondorf's base compared to the edge of the actual main base. The original setup of Guts was the same. However, we've changed that whole idea. We've made it more expensive by making the whole, including the sides and the top, like that whole part there, all of it is now in transparent resin for the single sole reason to avoid having a gap around the edge. That is the only reason why we did that. It's a hell of a lot more expensive to do it that way. But the sole reason, because of course transparent resin is more expensive, and we've made, I guess if you look at the actual material on the surface of it, it's about 50 to 60% of it actually won't be transparent, even though it is transparent, if that makes sense. We're just doing it just to get that top part to be flush with the edge. That's the sole reason why we did that. So Cedric's asking, the only berserk question that really matters right now is, when will you open the semi-blind pre-order? And I asked you guys, would you be up for it? And the answer is yes, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate the vote of support on that. What I will do is I would like to have a conversation with the licensor just to talk about a blind pre-order concept. What? Blind pre-order? Yes, it's a blind pre-order. Let me explain, and then try to explain about what that all is, and then if they are happy with that, then you can expect to see a blind pre-order for Guts. We just want to make it, 12 months as opposed to just it's not going to be cheap. So I wanted to, it's certainly not going to be cheap. So I wanted to just help spread the load just a little bit. Again, I just want to be clear. We're not doing it because we want to nab your lolly. We don't want to be doing this. We don't want to be doing that. It's literally for you guys because we are concerned that you wanted to have a little bit longer on the flexi-pay plan, and that's the sole reason to do it. Also, a little bit, to be clear, a little bit of us for us as well. Having shown so much at New York Comic Con, we really wanted to be a little bit, the ability to sort of do it a bit more regimented with the timings. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. A lot of them that came back to us, 90% of them are 90% finished, meaning that they're going to become 100% finished all at the same time. Meaning, so when you're asking, when's Alucard going to be ready? When's Guts going to be ready? When's Ornstein going to be ready? When's, Shovel Knight going to be ready? All these questions. The answer is they're all going to be ready at the same time, but of course we can't expect you guys to do it all at the same time. So having a blind pre-order, or should I call it a semi-blind pre-order, just allows for us as well to pace it in a way that's easier for you guys, if that makes sense. Gerardo, how much do you think it's going to be? Becca asked about blind pre-order for Orny, and the last time that was even remotely discussed on the stream last week, there was such a hullabaloo amongst the dangalangs that I was like, ooh, okay, then Guts goes first. No problemo. So that's, it was a toss-up between Guts or Orny to go first, and it looks like it will probably be Guts then, in terms of at least blind pre-order, and Ornstein can wait, and it will have a less of a flexi-pay plan.
Because people will be expecting Sif around Christmas, and then they'll start expecting to make payments for Solaire as well. So if we stick another blind pre-order for Ornstein, be like, I can't handle it.
But of course, the scenario for if we do the blind pre-order, the amount is going to be less per month.
Yeah, but let's assume they got payments overlapping as well.
And I appreciate that. But of course, there is always going to be payments that overlap because
But
Civ.
Gus is going to be like the first line. It'll be attracting new members.
Yeah, no, of course, no, of
anime
course,
guys
of
as well.
course.
We need to get
Of
these
course.
anime lines out.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. So.
Hey Jessica, I thought you can't make it to the stream today.
Hey, Jessica, lovely addies. So for absolutely for sure. All right, cool. Moving on to.
There's a lot of things for Berserk, wasn't it? You were talking about the resin base.
Yeah, it's like especially my mind. I was just there a couple of hours ago. That's what I was reviewing. And also, speaking of Ornstein, that's the same factory is working on that as well. So I approved that, get that shit underway. So we're rocking it up. We're rocking and rolling with that. So that's cool.
That'd be quite cool. If the same, expect the same type of quality because it's from the same thing, isn't it?
As what?
Well, you said Ornstein and.
No, I didn't.
You know?
No. I said Solaire
Right.
is there.
Oh, sorry, Solaire.
Solaire is there.
Yeah, Solaire.
And that's going into production now. So I said, off you go, start production now, because I was there. Berserker's there.
Right.
Ornstein is at another factory.
Right.
That's at the same factory as Sif.
Right. Ornstein and Sif.
Sif, yeah, and Artorias. So there's yeah. Solaire's been done at these guys. Berserker's been done with these guys. Another factory is doing Snake. We've got about four factories on the go. So that's why we have a big team of QC at different places, and they're sort of like a floating QC where they go to wherever is needed.
Have we had any more factories since a while back?
Have we added any new
Yeah, have
factories?
we
Do you
added
remember
any-
last visit I went before we went to New York? I said that there was a factory that was opposite that was doing some work. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are something we're going to test out. Always test out a factory with an easy one, and then we go from there. But I feel, there used to be a time where I used to be stuck in, right, this factory, we'll stay with that factory, because it used to be just me, going to check it, going to do this, going to do that, just one person back in the day. So I would be very, very nervous going to a new factory. Now, the team comes back to me and says, look, let's try with this new factory. I give them 100%, autonomy on that. I trust them implicitly that they're going to do that, within reason. I go and check, but I basically follow what they say, because of course, Lord knows that if I go there and it's like shit,
It's different to what they've been telling me, right?
there's going to be a different conversation. But I've not had that. Touch wood, and I followed Charles when he said, let's go with these guys for Artorias. Are you fucking sure? You went, yeah.
Are you bullshitting me?
So I went, and I was happy with what I saw. We went for that, and I had a conversation with a guy, with a factory owner, to say, look, you might be fucking doing Mickey Mouse shit before, mate, but this shit ain't Mickey Mouse, and it's you need to be this. I look at your line. I said, this shit ain't gonna fly with us.
Right.
And the super key is attitude. Will the factory go, it's fine? If I say that's not okay, it's not okay. If there's a line, it's a wavy line, they go, that's okay.
Yeah, it has to be on our terms, right?
And if they don't,
we need to stick our QC guys in there.
if the QC guy is getting pushback, the guys aren't making the changes, thank you very much, but fuck off. And then we go to the next one. So, that is the reason why we have to do that.
Kanako's here. Kanako, check your message.
Chags, check out your messages, please, on your WhatsApp, please. There is something from Jason he needs some help on, but please check your WhatsApp.
Hey, it's Mickey Mouse.
She just jumped on, and she's now working on it. It's for Jason, by the way, Chaggy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that was the. What were we talking about?
That was Berserk, but now you can move on to Kirby.
Kirby, well, Kirby, of course, we talked about Fighter Kirby. You'll be seeing the videos on that. That's looking really tight. I was very happy about that. The other thing is Warp Star Kirby. You saw Chris behind the scenes shot. Some people were like, hey, we like seeing this, because I did a couple of things. One was Majora's Mask, of course, with Jeffrey's photos behind there, and of course it was also one with Chris working on that. And that'd be a nice way to do teasers, take photos of that. And of course I always give you those pictures first to make sure that I haven't done
Tell them to alt tab first.
Yeah.
So go.
So that is definitely something to look at. The Majora mask razzle dazzle pictures. Shout out to Sandy doing a great job with that, and of course Jeffrey as well for doing a fantastic job for taking those photos, which of course you can see going on over there above the comments on the stream. So that's obviously very nice to check out. Then let's talk a little bit about the Hall of Fame stats.
Statistics.
So I dropped 3 statistics. The first one was what is the most rated comment, and that basically means anybody who reacts to it, likes it. Those are the ones that are checked out. Okay, and I do the top 10 of those. The next is the top 15 posts that get as enough engagement, and the matrices against how that engagement is made. Those 2 posts, no one gives a shit about that. The post of the Hall of Fame on the members, you got so many comments that I'll do it every week. I'll post the weekly Hall of Fame, and you'll be able to see those sections every single time I'll do it. And it was really funny. It was like people were like, Francesca. She was like, is it Francesca Casaniga, right? She's like, Mom, look, I made it. So that's great. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. And we'll be, doing it, all the time. Once a week basically. We'll drop it once a week. I do all 3, but I know that the Hall of Fame is the one that's going to get the most traction. Then we have the Persona 5. I dropped been having a couple conversations behind the scenes with Mr. Johnny De Jesus, don't know if he's in the stream, talking a little bit about the Persona 5, and I ran a poll basically just saying for the main dudes, the Phantom Thieves, which would be the ones I want to see 3 at 550. Joker's already hit that, or if not has, or very soon to hit that. And then there's 2 more that, 3 mid-300s. But what has been amazing is that when I said rally the fans, that's been pretty amazing, because outside there has been people coming in, and we talked about this at the beginning of the stream. That is, when they come and join the group, you can see that we asked them 3 questions. One of which is, how do they hear about this group? And it was, there's a Persona 5 on Reddit, whatever it may be, as a reason to come into the club. So that's what's happening, and we're seeing some movement with that. So that's really, really great. We'll talk a bit more about, of course, the banjo in the room. We'll talk about that, of course. Mr. Jesus is in the house. What is up?
Yes, he is.
So we'll talk a little about that. More about that when we review the TTs. We'll have another whole conversation about that. Bowser, we have that he's just arrived in the house as well, and likewise, all of our entire NYCC samples will come back. So now finally, today, for the Spyro guys, I can now start working on that Crystal Dragon, because that original print prototype was with us. And now it can be duplicated to start adding all that razzle dazzle. So obviously Bowser's here as well. We've got that. You've increased the power to the LEDs to make it a little bit stronger. So that will be coming up quite soon in terms of its real launch. So stay tuned for that. MGS, again, that is on the final home straight. Did I post something about it?
You posted the gun.
Did I post a gun this week?
Yes, you did. You posted it twice.
Twice?
Yeah. Just when I when I was scrolling down the post that you made this week, there was like 2 posts.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, so you guys have seen the F4F com, and hopefully if you look at it and you squint a little bit and you do a bit of that, it looks just like the real thing.
Just like anything.
But hopefully you guys like the revised F4F com that we've done. A bit of a slip of the tongue there. That is coming along all, and last but not least, I tried and re-looked. I haven't looked at Snapchat for a year or so, and of course there still isn't the ability to send to all. I'm not interested in stories. I want one and done. A little thing to make you smile and then disappears. That's the beauty of Snapchat. Having stories defeats that, so it's not actually sort of very good. What have I confirmed, Miss Castic?
Confirmed what?
Not sure. Yes, Sav. What's the question? Are they going to be exclusives for the SD line? Yes, there are. Yes, there will be exclusives for the SD line. There's going to be exclusives for all of our PVCs moving forwards, especially as we move away from let's be clear about something, guys. Let's be really, 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 really clear about something. Breath of the Wild Link was a no-brainer. We knew that that was going to do really, really well with regards to wholesale orders. Why? Well, two reasons. The first one, of course, is that it was a follow-up to Lincoln Servo. We had been working with Dark Horse before with that line. We had sales numbers against that Servo and Link, so we knew what those were, and we knew that Breath of the Wild, now that we could do it ourselves completely, was a sweet piece. The timing was unbelievably amazing with terms of the actual game coming out, etc., etc. We knew we were going to sell a lot at retail, at wholesale, and we did. Now, Crash was a different sort of scenario. We don't get me wrong, we've been very happy with the results of wholesale, but at the time that we started developing it, we really had no idea. No one really had any idea how that was going to do, and we were very, very happy with the results. Even more so, when we did that exclusive version, we were incredibly happy with the results, because those 1,450 orders really, really helped the fact that, of course, that the wholesale numbers, of course, they weren't anything like the numbers of Breath of the Wild Link, but of course, that's for obvious reasons. But it really helped to make that project really totally worth it. Now, when you start going into SD lines, specifically for the Dark Souls, and we want this to be something that extends to a lot of our products, it becomes much harder for us to go the wholesale route, because they might not quite understand it as much. It's going to be much more, this is not the actual style of the actual game. It's not, one-to-one, just like Crashes just looks like it's out of the game. Just like Breath of the Wild Link looks like it's just come out of the game. SD, its own, almost like art style version. So we absolutely need to look to the group, to our online sales. We really, really need to look to that to push those numbers up, to make those projects viable. Which is why I sit there and I ask you guys, for Ami, can we get it to 1,000? Okay, slowly but surely, hopefully we'll get there. Then we can look into it. But, just like with Spyro, you guys rallied to got there. That's amazing. Unfortunately, that is in limbo right now. But at least for us, we know that if we can't sell it at wholesale, at least we have an ability to sell it direct. And all of a sudden, PVCs, we talked about how selling 10,000 units at wholesale. Well, the reality is we only need to sell 2,000 to 3,000 online. Well, the minimum order with the factories is 3,000. So if we can sell 3,000 only on our website, all of a sudden we don't need to have the wholesalers. Of course, we want the wholesalers, but I'm saying we don't want to be in a scenario where the wholesaler says we're not interested in this product, and then they go, and then we have to go, okay, well, this whole product is dead. If we are reliant on on the wholesalers like that, it will make me a sad bunny, and that's the reason why we must have exclusives. And for those, for all PVCs, for all reasons, it doesn't have to be just SD. Those are the reasonings for it. So I just wanted to give you a bit of an idea about behind the scenes, about the economics, but behind making a PVC. It's a bit of a different kettle of fish. We really need to be sort of hitting those sort of numbers. If we don't have wholesaler support, at least 3,000, and that basically means that if we sell between 1.5, we're on about 1,500 on the website, we're going to have 1,500 in stock, because the minimum order with the factory is 3,000. So we would go with that as well. So that is where we're at, and I can tell you now. How much you think those SD line are gonna cost?
SD line gonna cost?
The molds on the SD line is gonna cost
a lot.
I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you guys what it is. $60,000 US. Okay, so let's do the economics behind that. $60,000 US. How many are there?
Yeah, how many plates?
It's like 7 each. So 14.
Breath of the Wild one, that's 7.
Yeah,
7, right?
that was something like that as well.
Yeah.
But this is 2 of them, right? So 60.
Make sure they cleverly place the parts within the sheet.
Yeah.
Remember we had that discussion back then?
Yes. The way that it comes in, the material.
Yeah, and make sure those mold lines are not on the outside.
it must go on the outside because it's on once. You know, it has to be on a half.
Not
but-
in those obvious places.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
Those prongs,
of
those
course.
pegs.
They need to come back to me with that. So $60,000, right? Let's be realistic about this, right? If we sell only on our website, let's say between the two of them, 2,000, 1,000 each, just as an example, right? You're now looking at each before anything, before packaging, before anything, just mold cost is $30. It's $30. You know, if you then add the rest of it, the labor, the packaging, the the development, the this, the that, now you're beginning to understand small quantities of PVCs at wholesale only. It's dead, no chance. $30 is more than we even sell it to the wholesale, and that is so now you get a bit more of an idea of the costs behind this. So we really need to make sure that those exclusives are the reason that we can do this. Otherwise, it's going to be, otherwise we'll be sticking more to the point being is, guys, we want to be able to do PVCs at a good price for more obscure characters. When I say more obscure, I don't mean like totally like B and C characters. I just mean A characters, but from more obscure titles, if that makes sense.
Right.
So obviously anything Zelda, that's, it's a no-brainer, right? Crash wasn't a no-brainer, but the overall results, including the website sales, made it a no-brainer. Like, absolutely no-brainer. But of course we didn't know that at the time. If we can find a scenario where we're not getting any wholesale support whatsoever, yet we can still be viable by doing it directly on the website, that's going to be key. And also, just to say, guys, those PVCs, we talked about 1,500 if we sell on our website, 1,500 in stock, right? Those can maybe start being sold at the conventions if we start doing more cons. So it's all part of the same sort of thing that we have to use that as a mean to invest for the future for cons as well, to be selling items there as well. These are some things to think about. The meaning of SD, Wayne, is super deformed. Boom! And that is it. And that didn't work, hold on.
It's a very informative chat tonight.
Yeah, as always.
Very educational this week.
As always. Speaking of which, it is time for...
That's right. The Temptation Thursday.
Boom! Temptation Thursdays.
All right.
Let me see if Kaneko has replied.
I think you had a pop-up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you replying? Yeah.
That's
All right.
like
Let me just remind
Yeah.
everyone about the TT. So last week's
Temptation Thursday number 72. That was Dart from the Legend of Dragoon series.
everybody was saying, yeah, let's make it, let's have it, let's go for it. But the results came out differently. We have about 184 yeses to about 238 nos.
So guys, if you know any other person or any other group, page, line, invite them into the club and vote for the poll.
Indeed.
Because what do we normally say about polls? They never
TTs
die.
never die. Why is that so delayed?
Because you pressed it late.
No, I pushed it when you pushed it.
Push what?
No, I haven't even started looking at my phone here.
No, that's fine.
No, but look how delayed it is. It's like 10 minutes. It's like at least a minute and a half delayed.
No way, not.
Watch. I'm gonna start looking at my phone and talking to, writing to.
Yeah, I just pointed. Maybe about 20-second delay.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, why did the Temptation Thursday just come up again?
Don't know. Maybe that thing's are delayed. Maybe that one's dodgy.
You pressed it twice, people says. Saw it twice, it came up twice.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's super. Jeffrey. I just super delayed. Oh, pop twice. All right, cool, sweet. Oh,
I hope it's not like twice for everything that you press.
Because guys, the firmware was updated, so I'm not sure that might be messing things up.
But anyway, so that's out of the way.
Well, before we go to Banjo, let me just quickly I just want to
You wanna finish?
pass this over to
Yeah? To your mate, yeah?
Yeah.
What is it, a game?
Yeah, it's Town of Light. Go check it out, guys.
Town of Light.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Now I can concentrate. Back at it again with banjo. Back at it again with canjo. Which one's it gonna be, yo?
TT-73, Banjo and Kazooie from the Banjo-Kazooie series.
Who are they?
Some...
Never seen them before.
Nah. I don't know.
Hit those numbers, Chocks. Let's do it.
Alright, you want to go with no first or yes first?
Let's go with, as always, we go with nose.
Alright. Wow, that's quite a high number for no's as well, surprisingly. There's like 410 no's. That literally like eclipsed
Total poll numbers of everything.
for any other pose, alright. And there's exactly 640 yeses. 640. And this was only like posted yesterday. At 4:33 p.m. Hong Kong time yesterday.
So just basically 26,
About 30 hours?
about 30 hours.
Yeah, about 30,
30
hours. Yeah,
hours.
24 plus 6, yeah, exactly, about 30 hours. 30 hours. God, that's fast creating those 60 fake accounts. So what do we do then? So guys, keep voting that because, sure, I mean we've got your attention. We will look into it, but hey, keep pushing those votes up because, again, even though there's a priority list, right? This is what we've been saying. Keep pushing those votes up so it always stays at the top, and it look good. It'll look good for when licensors come and check us out, or if we present these posts to the licensor as well. They'll be like, oh wow, impressive.
Let us talk about the rally. This is TT's done right. It's the first time I've ever felt that a TT has been rallied and done right in the history of the TTs.
So far.
In the
far.
history. Now let's
Yeah.
recap on what happened there. I announced last week we were going to TT it with a big BK. I said that last week, and I said, for the reasons, just like you said for Dart from Legend of Dragoon, those that say that they want it, it's usually a very vocal 10, 15, 20, and when it comes to the TTs, they never die. Indeed, that is the saying for LOD. And with regards to Banjo, I said on Monday, or whenever it was, I said on Monday, that I feel like, I basically explained, I feel like it's the last, I explained that. Those that are like Legend Dragoon, everyone was loving the Gex, Medieval, everyone was loving these, loving that. And I said, when it actually came down to the vote, wah, 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 wah. But of course, they never die. And likewise with Yu-Gi-Oh, that was like that for for a long time. And then all of a sudden that rallied over time. As I said, TTs never die. So it's amazing how this was, I feel like, the first ever TT where people that I threw down the gauntlet and like said that this is the reality. You guys push for it, and then the vocal minority, and when it comes down to it, actually it's no's, or there's not enough. And look, don't get me wrong, people are passionate about those licenses they want to get, the ones that they want to vote for in those TTs, and everyone should have their say. So with this TT, it was different. Maybe because I threw down the gauntlet and just explained that this is, and maybe what I need to do is say before every single TT on the Monday to say, guys, hopefully, because obviously we know that it's coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is coming up this week?
Well, from last week's, it should be My Hero Academia.
There you go. So I will say, especially every Q&A, Dab is always asking, where is My Hero Academia, right? So, is it the same people that are asking for that? I will ask everybody on Monday as well, just like maybe I should ask every Monday for those people, for whatever TD's coming up, rally the people, get it ready, because of that. And people did just that when we came to BK. People were posting outside of the club, bringing people into the club to prepare them for this Thursday. And my gosh, when it actually came down to the event. There was hype, there was anticipation. On the day before, and that's what it's supposed to be about, rallying and keeping the buzz in the club and getting people excited about it. Because when that went, it wasn't just the yes votes that was impressive, it was also the no votes. It was the engagements. How many comments are on that? How many reactions are in there? How many back and forths? And the poems, the riffs, the lyrics, it was almost like a party thread. And it was a fantastic party thread between both. The banter between the yes and the no kept it cool, kept it chill, kept it fun, kept it creative. And it made it fun not just to look at the poll numbers, but actually to look at the comments as well. You saw, shout out to Penda, who was starting off. He did a as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. What is it? Gangster's Paradise version of Banjo-Kazooie. Very witty in that. I think a lot of other people were busting out lots of lyrics with regards to poems and rhymes and what have you. So it was really, really excellent to see that level of activity in a Temptation Thursday. It's never happened before, and I really hope it's not going to only be for Banjo, but also a new precedent for future TTs. It's only taken 70 of them, or whatever it is, for us to get there. But of course, so massive, massive congratulations to the Banjo guys for rallying. I've got to say, I did not expect it. You have shut me up. I did not expect it. That I thought it was a distinct possibility it could have gone the TTs Never Die pile, like so many others have before. Not only did you surpass my expectations, you shattered them, and you have got the most voted on poll and the most highest number of yes votes. And of course, it also means that jumps right to the top. Now, I've already sort of had, just for your reference, guys, I have had conversations, with when I saw this, I'd already asked Nintendo about whether or not this is a Nintendo side of things, because it's obviously I saw there's a lot of strong opinion that it must be, of course, the OG version, of course, not the nuts and bolts, and that is definitely a Microsoft area, and that is definitely something that I have some ideas, and I have some contacts already there that I can sort of look into. It might be a bit of a quagmire, but you have my word that we will look into that very, very closely. And in fact, the motions are already in the works. I've already fired off some emails to some guys. Let's just say the industry is very, very small. Somebody who used to be at Sega is now at Microsoft. Let's just say that I have already followed up on that. And, fired up on that. So, let us sort of celebrate Banjo. Let's see if we can keep pushing that number. It's fun, because of course it will be the benchmark of all benchmarks, and it may stand the test of time for many, many years to come. Much like Majora's Mask may be the benchmark for our ever numbers for all time as well. So yes, congratulations, guys. You had my curiosity, you have my attention. We're going to sort that out, at least what we can sort out, and we will, keep follow up with that. That Yu-Gi-Oh! That's where we're at. Will Persona 5 bring our attention, grab our attention as well?
I hope so.
Yeah, I know you've been pushing that as well. You're a big fan of that.
I'm a big fan of Persona as well.
So indeed, that is where we are. And guys, last week's hashtag was
Hashtag F4F Banjo.
Hashtag F4F Banjo. And we have 3 lucky winners. The first being... Is that what you're doing now? Okay. The first being begins with an N. It's a dude. And I don't know if he's on the stream. It's a Nicholas Smith. Woo! Congratulations.
Nice
Boom,
one.
500 points. 500?
Yes.
It's 500
500
points.
is 500,
500
like-
points for you, for that. So that will be... Does Phil follow up with these, or do you follow them?
Yes. He
So
does.
Phil does them,
Yes,
yeah?
he
Okay,
does
cool.
them,
So
yes.
Phil will follow
All
up
points
with
have
those.
been
So that's cool.
given
That's
out,
okay.
yeah, it's all fine.
Phil will be following up with regards to that. The next winner begins with a D. It is a male, and it's David Savage. Woo! Are you in the comments? Congratulations, David Savage. You are the second winner of last week's, random reward points.
F4F reward points.
FF reward points.
Yes.
And last but not least, we have a lady winner. Shout out to the ladies. And speaking of sounds, we have a Larissa Walker. Boom! Shout out to you, Larissa. Congratulations. You are the third winner. What is it? Wasn't it? How many?
3 winners. It was 3 winners.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I
But
wrote
did-
it down.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
But I thought we did Majora's Mask and it got over.
It was 3 winners. It's 3 winners. I wrote it down. It was 3 winners.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure it didn't tick over to 200?
You want to give another one?
I'm pretty sure it went over to 200. I'm pretty sure it went over to 200.
Well, we might as well just do one more then.
I'm pretty sure it did to 200. I'm pretty sure. Let us know in the comments. Did it hit 200?
Of course, I'm going to say it's 200. It's like
It went over 150. Well, yeah, over 150. That's 1 for 50, 1 for 100, 1 for 150. Those are the 3. Is that right?
yeah. What the hell? Just give one more out. Let me just do it right now.
I thought it hit 200.
I don't think it did. Boom, 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 boom.
Chuckle's choosing it right now.
No, not you. Boom, boom, boom. Nope, not you.
I've never seen how you do this.
Pain in the ass.
How do you figure it out? How does it work? Because it's going to be a like and a comment. What's it going to be?
It's going to be the hashtag. This one, but let me double check whether it was posted during the live or after the live. Dirty cheaters. Well, the video was live, yes. So, alright then.
There you go. Unless I made a mistake. Wait, hold on. 4 is for 4. Is 1 automatically, or do you get... Do you not... Or is it not 1 from 50? 2 for 100? I can't remember.
101.
Just 1. Just like 0 to 50.
Default 2, right? Default
Maybe
2.
maybe 0 to 50 is 1.
That's what I'm saying. 0 to 50 is 1. 51 to 100 is 2. 101 to 150 is 3.
Well, it's definitely went over 100. And 50. Definitely went over 150, therefore must be 4.
Alright then.
But the question is, does it go to 5?
No way! I wrote it down, it was only 3, but... Hey,
Well, it's definitely not 3, because we definitely went over 150. Definitely went over 150.
The thing is, you gotta be sure. Are we do? Is it 2 winners when it's 101 or 3 winners when it's 101?
Well, okay, yeah, I think I can't remember.
But anyway, go on. Just announce
All
the
right.
winners. Stop.
It begins with a C. It's
do it.
Lisa's like, get on with it.
Yeah, just get on with it, man. Jesus. Right.
It is a S. Begins with a C. C. L. Claude Bouffard. Congratulations,
Bouffard.
Boom. 4 winners this week. This week's TT is going to be hashtag F4F Hero. Put it in the comments below. Hashtag F4F Hero for a chance to win 500 reward points chosen at random by Chuckles, given away by Phil. Write it in the comments. Hashtag F4F Hero. Hero. Correct, Randy's got it right. Anybody else got it correct? Hashtag F4F Hero. Sean Wiggett's got it absolutely perfectly. 3 PM's got it done. I don't even... Yeah, I did come up with the rules, Andrew. I can't... There's one of those times, I'm pretty sure you must be giving them like 0 to 50. If we did streams that was less than 50, we still should have give out one of those. So it's got to be, What is up, Brendan Restero? Has Phil gotten back to you? Let me know in the comments. Has Phil been looking after you? Let me know. It is Hero Matthew is the first one. Hashtag F4F Hero. Sorry, Cedric. I do apologize. You want to ping in that, Chocks? Can you hit that? Do you want me to hit it? Oh, you pinned it. Yeah, it's pinned.
Alright.
Sweet. Hashtag F4F
Surprisingly
Hero
smooth this week.
Brendan. Let us know in the comments. Has Phil been looking after you? I want to make sure that VQD, that the CS team is up.
Have you been
Firing.
looking after me?
Oh,
I don't know.
me?
Anyone?
Or this, anyone? Guys? who are you out for dinner with, by the way? I saw a baby.
You saw a baby?
Yeah.
That's Jeffrey's wife and his little daughter.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So then Jeff came out.
Yeah.
So Jeffrey went home, picked his wife up and his kid,
Yeah.
and picked up Jeff as well
To come.
to come and have dinner.
Any reason?
And then Chris,
What? Just because you
And
guys were
Brenda.
working? What? I don't understand. Why so late?
what's so late?
Yeah, but yeah, why so late? And why everyone hanging out and
It
having
wasn't
dinner?
late. It was like, oh, we've been talking about going out for that hot pot fish thing.
Where is it?
It's in Tune One.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's over here. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Sandy was gonna come, and then boom, last minute she went, no, go no. So she effed
Yeah.
off home,
Yeah.
and it was like just those guys who might as well.
Yeah. Alright, cool.
Because
Yeah.
we haven't really. Yeah, we usually go out for lunch, dinner, but rarely at night.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and I said make it a little bit early because I need to get back here
Yeah.
in time. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds cool. Okay, right. Kicking
Your dad's
off.
in.
Wow. What is up, Adrian Davis, Papa Davis in the house? How's it going? What? Indeedy. Oh, we're gonna kick off this. Is that it, right? Yeah. And
Yeah.
then you just say before I.
Next week's TT is My Hero Academia, so yeah, people know that.
So I will write a post on.
And after
Monday.
that is Cuphead.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I need to come up with the next three
We'll
afterwards.
do that 2 weeks
Sort of,
later.
yeah, 2 weeks
Yeah.
later. Yeah. All right. In the
Right.
meantime, I'm gonna bust open the.
So guys, there's by the website there's 1 hour and 47 minutes until the reopen of the pre-order, last chance weekend pre-order from Majora's Mask and Taki. So all the information will be there. I believe if you go to the additional information tab on Majora's Mask, you can actually see the payment plans. So there's 2 payment plans. There's you leave you drop down the NRD deposit, and then you pay the remaining balance when the item is ready to ship out. And then the other option plan is a 3-month plan. The reason why it says total number of 5 payments, because one of them is the deposit, and then you have the free schedule payments, and then the final payment, which includes also the shipping cost as well. So that's in total 5 payments, and the estimated shipping date or release date is Q2 2018.
Let me just say something, guys. I'm looking at someone who is trying to, who has put in a request to join the club. She is member of 0 groups, and that is obviously when I pop someone's group virginity, I feel, very, very honored to do just that because they've never been in a group. Let the F4F OCC be your first one. That is emancipation by fire. But listen to this. Are you into video games, anime, both? Okay. How did you find out about the group? And the answer is shared Facebook post about P5 figure poll.
Persona.
Mr. Jesus, check that shit out.
Come on, the Jesus.
I basically didn't let them in. No, I'm kidding. Right. I'm going to look up the Chocks A. In the meantime, I will just quickly Chocks A this week.
You found it?
Yep.
Number 42. 10 more episodes and it's a year's worth. Right? There's 52 weeks a year, right?
You totally forgot my Meta Ridley one
Really what?
for the week in review.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Why is that? It didn't show up on the search.
Really?
Yeah, it just didn't show up.
It's weird. Okay, hold on. Let me just. I've got to find this. Just so I can. Hold on. Where is it?
As what?
So now.
Yeah.
It's probably also really loud as well, and I haven't sorted that shit out yet.
Oh,
all right. Right, where are we at? Okay, going to Chocks. I'm going to be laser focused over here. Any questions in the comments, let me know. There was some guy who wrote some things and we didn't reply to him and he got all upset the next
Again?
No, that was last week. So keep your eyes
Well, we
laser
didn't
focused
see
on
it.
that.
We told him we didn't see the message.
Yeah, he said I was writing it many times. Just keep your eyes laser focused.
I did, but we didn't see it. How can we keep, laser focused when his messages and questions didn't even show up?
Oh, it didn't even show up?
It didn't even show up.
Oh, Jesus. Alright. We are going to kick it off with Mr. Vincent Windish. Hello, have you an updated various suit 1/4 scale to show us? No, I don't.
I'll just stop you already there.
That's
So
quick.
Lisa Wyckoff goes, wouldn't this have been 43 if you haven't been to NYC? It would
And
actually
if
it's
I'd
two.
been to, if I
The
hadn't
Las
been
Vegas,
to Las Vegas
the
show.
licensing show, so it should have been 45.
Nana say I really shouldn't be here, so if I am, remind me I shouldn't be here because I'm bound to forget. I really shouldn't be here, so if I am, remind me I shouldn't be. Nana say, go to work or something. Well, are you in the? Is he?
He's
is
in
he?
the stream.
He's in the stream, yeah.
Yeah,
you
he's in
are-
the stream.
That's really good. I can be your reminders, right? Fobney, how many BK votes do we need for you guys to consider doing it? As Alex Hughes says, 450, minimum 550 preferred, 650, and we're. I've already put the feelers out. Already put the feelers out.
750.
Well, look, we do what we can, of course.
850.
It takes two to tango. We can't just go.
950.
We can't just rock in and go. Gives a license.
1,000.
They'll be like, "Who the fuck are you?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, we're a company." We like, to be honest with you, I sent off the email that I sent off to sort of look into Banjo had like a company document, a company profile, which is like so old. Like so old. And I was like, oh shit. Because like all the stuff on there is like so old, it's like I don't know, like 2016. I gotta really update it. 2015. Which is so much since then.
Yeah.
And it looks all pokey and
The
stuff.
portfolio, yeah?
Yeah, it's all pokey and stuff. And just because like normally it's much easier to get a license if you just go, oh, yeah. You make it Vegas and you're like, yeah, we know who you are. Now we're like, hi guys, we're looking forward to trying to get a Kanjo Bazooie license. They say, oh yeah, Nat Geo down there. Oh right, yeah, Nat Geo.
That's National Geographic, guys.
Indeed,
Yeah.
or NG, as they're known in the industry.
No good. That says no good.
Michael Lai, I am new to this Friday Q&A thing, so what is this Q&A thingy? Oh, don't even pretend, you cheeky.
Yeah, you keep reminding me like 2 minutes before the stream starts, so, Michael Lie's on the stream right now.
Of course he bloody is. Vincent Windish, what will be the evolution of the website? The next big thing, sooner than you expect, Andreas is going to be working on in-stock FlexiPay. Boom! You guys asked for it. He's working on it. Let's get that wrapped up.
That's the next one.
That's going to be the next major thing to the thing.
Right. So what's not so major thing then?
What blind pre-orders? Working on that.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing they've been working on.
Mm-hmm.
But the major thing is in-stock FlexiPay is going to be a fundamental change to what we can do in terms of how many pieces do we produce. Because normally what we do is we get the orders and then we minus about 20 to 30%.
Yeah.
Because we expect there to be cancellations.
Right.
Let us be more bullish that if there are cancellations that we can sell in-stock items, just to keep you posted on that. JB, what will be the next evolution of humanity?
Predicting the future now.
I think higher levels of thought. I think it's going to be more brain rather than physical. How about you, Chocks?
Next evolution of humanity. I don't know. I think something's gonna be messed up. Something's gonna be messed up.
You think something's going to trigger it rather than
something's
naturally?
gonna trigger, yeah.
Indeed. Remy Lupien. When is the next preview Friday? isn't it?
Hopefully, is it alright?
Yeah.
Hopefully, targeting the 3rd.
Next week. And that's gonna be.
That's what we're hoping
That's
for.
gonna be Bowser. That's gonna be Bowser. We said before that it was gonna be early November. To everybody who came to New York, we'll tell you guys as well. Bowser's real pre-order will be going live. So next week we've got to be doing a documentary on him. Yep. Okay.
But
Cool.
we need to compare the stuff first.
Yeah. Of course. Of course. Becca Cookie. When can we roughly expect the first sneaks of DS2 or 3 statues? Not for a while. Randy Gerards, what do you do when you're not at work?
I work from home.
Yeah, I do a lot of work from home as well. But when I'm not working, it's hanging out with the family.
Yeah,
You've got three little ones, a wife, a doggy, an auntie.
When are you gonna get that cat?
I was thinking Christmas.
Yeah, you can bring it in the office.
You reckon?
Yeah, it soothes. If we get stressed, we're not gonna kill it, but we could,
But then what about in the evenings?
I'll take him home. Or her.
What?
What do you mean in the evenings? Oh, you mean like leaving the cat in the evening in the office?
You mean just like...
They'll be alright, right?
How about 48 hours on the weekend?
Oh, we just take them on the weekend. On the Friday, right? After Friday Q&A, we'll be like, we'll be here, yeah? James Bond style.
I'm laughing as well.
And then like, when the stream goes, you just take it home on Friday. Yeah.
And then what about during the week?
Do you know, you mean in the evenings?
Yeah.
Well, if he wants to go home, we're like, hey, you want to go home? And then...
Well, but like, because I guess the litter box. What's the litter box going to be? On my table?
No, it's like in a corner somewhere. The only thing that worries me is like cat piss smell.
Well, that's the litter box.
Yeah.
So let me train the cutie at home first.
Yeah.
And maybe sort of look into.
Train to like, it'll take a dump in the toilet and it'll flush it itself.
Maybe we can do it like, cup water. Maybe we can test it one day.
Yeah.
See how they get on for the day. That'd be cute. Cats equals broken statues.
That's true.
So what do you do when you're not working?
I don't know. Just
Sleep.
sleep.
Play games? What's the last game you played?
I haven't played any games for a long time. I go out actually. I got other things to do.
Did you go and see some films? You watched
Yeah,
a
I
lot of
watched,
films?
I watched a film last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
What did you see?
Thor Ragnarok.
How was it?
It's different.
He's got short hair now.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
It's different.
I saw Wonder Woman
You did? Where?
on the aeroplane
What from?
from New York.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's alright. It's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember. You said you liked it or you didn't like it.
It's alright, but
It's alright.
not as good as
People were saying it because it got quite a lot of good
it
reviews.
got a bit over the top near the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nicholas Smith. Has there ever been a TT as polarizing as Banjo-Kazooie? Also, how many of the no's do you think people are trolling the die-hard fans? Well, look, the trolling of the fans... Look, if you vote no because you don't want it. There's no reason why you can call it trolling the fans. It's just your opinion that you just wouldn't want to buy a statue that is of that character. So it's not about trolling. But
There's nothing wrong voting, no.
yeah, but what was done is the ribbing between the groups was done in a classy way, in a way that it didn't get personal, and it was really, really cool. And so that was a really exemplary version of a TT. A lot of fun in that post. It was
Oh
great.
yeah, Stranger Things are back. Season 2 is back.
Oh,
I'll probably
I
start
see.
watching that.
I've just finished series
Walking
2 of
Dead's back
Suits.
as well.
Okay.
It's the Suits.
Yeah, series 2 of Suits. Just
Oh,
finished that.
Never heard of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
quite enjoyed that. Then yes, I've got some other things to catch up on. I do a lot of watching when I'm on my way to China because I've got like 2 hours, like 5 hours in the car journey.
Mm-hmm.
I watch a lot of I watch a lot of stuff. Yeah,
Don't you feel dizzy like?
no. Randy Gerards, will Guts be your most expensive statue so far? Nice try. Giovanni
See you later,
Corborio.
Jess.
See you later, Jess. Sup, guys? Number 1, any updates on Kamina this time around? No. Chags, what's going on with that? Let me know in the comments. No, actually, don't let me know in the comments. I saw she wrote an email to them. I haven't seen any reply back. See what's going on with that. Should we expect Dark Souls 2 stuff first or Dark Souls 3? Let's just say
Interesting.
that it would be the latter of that first. Vincent Windish, any updates for the card holders? Oh god, let's put it on that list. I think we need to revisit the whole design, the whole thing, everything. Remy Lupien, Darksiders 1/6 scale horse on war 3D render sneak peek. Where is it at? Isn't it Christmas already? That's a good point. That's something we've also got to look into. And I would say it's got to be 1/6 on the horse.
What?
For Darksiders.
You need to make any more pose?
No. I'll revisit that. I think I'll revisit that. Randy Gerard, is it true that the first anime license you tried to get was for JoJo, but without success? Have you retried so far? It's not the first, but we targeted a bunch of them at just sort of different times. But yes, absolutely, JoJo was one of the ones that we tried. We have not retried since. We want to get more established. Let's put more out there. When Berserk is out there, Mugen's. So we've got Mugen and Saitama's the only two, with Berserk following up, and then we're gonna go with Jet with Spike. As we start getting further into different things, it becomes easier to have other conversations. Alphonse is coming along. I saw that today. It looks beastly.
Mm-hmm.
The size of that thing is much bigger than Guts. The base on that thing is literally, without exaggeration, that. It's literally that. It's literally that. I'm like, oh fuck, that's going to be expensive. That's going to be,
Well, he's the biggest character of the bunch, right?
He is.
Out of the bunch.
That's most likely going to be our most expensive product ever. So that needs like a super long blind pre-order, because that is going to be really expensive. It is huge. Like,
I'm not concerned.
Like bigger than Bowser
I'm
huge.
concerned about that. The main thing.
I'm concerned about.
What main thing?
How's that looking?
Well, it's floating.
Yeah?
Huh. There's no connection there.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's been engineered in a way that it floats.
Alright then.
It's cool.
Alright then.
You're talking about... Yeah. It's amazing. And the eyes light up.
Well, that's a given.
It's not, bearing in mind it floats.
Yeah, but that's a given. Well, you just add the LEDs and the batteries to the head.
Correct.
That's not hard.
Well, okay. All right. Everything's easy.
I'm gonna get another drink.
All right, cool. Joshua Harmon. Hi, Alex and Chuckles. Hi. Oh, he's not here. Just wondering, which NPCs, if any, are you considering to do for the DS2, DS3? Also, with the Nameless King, is having him either on his mount or having King of Storms as part of the base an option? Was it not feasible, and we should expect expecting a sculpt pose more akin to Ornn? Yeah, no, good for you, mate.
You don't want? Come on.
Is that white chocolate?
I don't know, it is white chocolate. It's white packaging.
I like white chocolate.
I
White chocolate. I have myself to the white chocolate.
Yeah.
And then I'm back on the diet, okay.
Alright then. I won't tell anyone.
Any questions there?
I don't want to be giving any information on the actual lineup for DS2, 3 at this moment, but King of Storms, obviously you can't have the full size King of Storms with the full size in 1/4 scale. It just doesn't work.
Don't worry, guys. We've got something really good lined up. Looking forward to that.
JB, for both of you, half of Chocks' Q&A, you see yourself as Banjo. For both of you, as half of Chocks and A, do you see yourself as Banjo or Kazooie in the friendship? Saying, are you Banjo or Kazooie, or am I Banjo or Kazooie? How about I take Kanjo,
Right.
and you take Banjo, and then you take Kazooie.
Alright.
No, you take Bazooie,
Right.
and I take Kazooie. Yeah? How does that sound?
50-50. Yeah?
There you go. Boom. D9. Angela Lap. Do you have an update of Shiranui? Yes, it is coming along nicely. It's going to start to be duplicated and we can start slapping some paint on it. Because the last time I said him or her, I got my ass ripped out. So I would say...
Really? Shiranui?
Yeah, because I was like, oh, him. And like, no, it's a she.
Oh.
No, I said she, and then they said it was a him. And I was like, oh, how about I just say it?
Thing.
Shiranui. Indeed. Mark Johnston. Oh, which figure has the least artwork assets to model from? Which figure?
Which one has the less?
From the Okami line, or from... That's a bit of a general question. Any of the older stuff is much harder to find work on. And especially like low resolution artwork and stuff like that.
Older stuff as in like...
I don't know, I guess.
some of the retro games,
Yeah, anything, I guess, yeah. I don't know,
Yeah.
it was a bit of a general question. Mark Johnson, can we just have Banjo regardless of the TT? Well, you must have asked that question prior to the TT dropping because, oh no, it was 2 hours after the TT. It says here 6:36 and you dropped it at 4:35. You will obviously now be in the knowledge that Banjo has done amazingly well.
Let's see if he replied to that thread.
Let's see more.
No, he hasn't.
Becca McCookie, is there any way of negotiating with gaming heads in regards of what Sony lines they are actually planning to do? Or do you simply avoid anything Sony in general to save yourselves the troubles of negotiating? Example, if you avoid Bloodborne...
What is that you're drinking? Why is it a funny colour?
It's my regular tea
Yeah?
with almond milk with a little dash of stevia in it.
Oh, wow.
It is as nasty as you think it sounds.
Yeah.
No, it's not too bad. It's not like my milk tea, but this is like guilt-free milk tea. The answer is if you avoid Bloodborne, but gaming head doesn't plan on doing it, would be kind of sad. Well, if we talk about Bloodborne in specifics, not being interested about it is not because of gaming heads. It's because of, you know, it's a very crowded market right now. There's no point in doing that for now. In the future, who knows? In terms of gaming heads in that regards, it wasn't even something that we would be interested in looking at this stage because of the reason I just explained beforehand. In terms of, but to be frank, anything just basically, you know, Sony, unless I, you know, had a conversation with them, basically don't really sort of look into it. Sort of really. I mean, the only thing I kind of like, you know, humming and hawing about would of course be Demon Souls. That of course is something that would be, you know, very interesting. But it's a, you know, it's a difficult scenario. Tiago Pinto, thanks for the feeding frenzy after the stream last week. I got upgraded to silver status. Boom! Congratulations. My question is, will all my current POs still give bronze points or will they give me silver points? And the answer is they will give you bronze points, but that's not what we want it to do. We want it to give you silver points. It has not been done yet. It is in the works to be done. We know it's a slow poison that we need to fix over time. If you have gone over, hit up CS just to make sure they're aware of that. We will write it eventually, just remember that. Tristan Tistel, what is happening with Link on Epona? Is he vaulted or is he still getting done after MM? If you mean Breath of the Wild Link on Epona, or Link on the Rider Link, it is coming along now. That I mentioned something about 2 weeks ago, saying that the ball was finally back in our court. And you know, we talked about that. A bit of a lack of information or knowledge or anything coming out of Nintendo for Zelda stuff because of the work they were doing for the DLC.
Yeah.
Now that I believe has been wrapped up, lo and behold, we got comments back on that, you know, on Rider Link, and we got comments back on Majora's Mask, and here we are launching it in a couple of hours time or an hour and a half's time. Tristan, and what's happening with the Darksiders line? Yeah, coming along. Morrigan is almost done in 3D, so it's looking tight. Lydia Boldi, is there an estimated date that you'll be announcing the winners from the NYCC selfie contest? Yep, 1st of November. Chocks, don't forget. Nicholas Jory, as most of the new statues seem to be more expensive than the previous ones, are you trying to make it a general thing? We are not trying to make it anything. We are simply following what the price is worked out by matrices and everything, and that everything else is being raised by other statue companies. How do I explain that? Let's just, if you want a bit of detail behind the scenes, what we can say is, you are a factory. You have 10 different people that you work for. One of them, F4F, is saying, oh yeah, we have low SRPs. Give us a cheaper price. We're trying to keep it low SRP. So they go, okay, so from you, F4F, we will get, I don't know, whatever, $100. It doesn't matter what it is, right? $100. And from that, we have, how do I say this? We have 3 different items. The factory looks at it, all 3, and they have 3 companies all vying for their time, right? The factory only has a finite amount of space in their, obviously in their factory. So they have 3 people, 3 different producers all coming to them, and they say, I'm sitting there going, oh yeah, we'll give you $100. And the other guys are saying, yeah, we'll give you $200. Or I'll give you $300 or whatever it is. Who do you think the factory is going to go with? Now, the other companies that are offering $200, they're willing to give that much more. Why? Because it's based on an SRP. If the SRP is higher, it basically is pure mathematics. You can break it down. The SRP is X amount. Let's say it's $100, right? There is a percentage that goes to wholesale. There's a percentage that goes to cost of manufacturing, of licenses, of this. You can break it all down. Our SRPs are not multiplied the same way as other people, without saying anything, right? That basically means that the money that we can really, that we're pushing the factory for to get that price at, well, they don't really want to do it like that. They just go, well, why would I bother? I'm not going to work with you guys. I'll just go with the other guys. So we actually end up having to be very near the same cost as the other guys. But the big difference is what? Well, we don't put up the SRPs to the same sort of levels. So what does that mean? Well, our wholesale business gets wiped out as a result. Because now we're finding it quite a lot of the times that it would actually cost us money to sell it to wholesale because it's gone over that. So, it is the reality is, the lower SRPs that we try to maintain is based off of the fact, basically is wiping out the middleman, i.e. the wholesalers, and becoming harder to do. Not say wholesalers, I should say the distributors. It's very, very difficult. So in terms of, are we pushing up the prices as a general thing? Well, the answer is we have to go with the flow, and the reality is no other factory will work with us if they can just work with someone else. Those are the difficulties behind the scenes. Alex Walker, hey guys. 1, do you think that we'll see Dark Stalkers Morrigan for 2018? Yeah, I would say so. And I'm not, and also given that HMO is doing Morrigan and have sculpted her signature pose, we'll be looking at an entirely different pose. Yep, it is a completely different pose. Number 2, is Alucard a potential blind pre-order like Guts? Again, this is what we talked about earlier on the stream. Let me know. It's 90% done. We're reworking some things, changes here and there. It's pretty much done, but it's going to be ready the same as everything else. Do we blind that? Do we make, because it's going to be expensive, do we make it, over time, give you more, a cheaper... This is the whole point for semi-blind pre-orders. And this is the problem with doing cons, where we show you all the goodies so far in advance. Number 3, will Ornstein X have the Leo ring to go with Sif's Wolf ring? The answer is, we haven't really looked into that yet. To be honest with you, we gave so many things away with Sif's ring. I think that was, I think it was a mistake. It was too much. It just, they pushed the whole production back. I'm not sure it was. In hindsight, I think it was a mistake to give so much. What do you think, Chocks?
No, just better planning. I mean, if we didn't do it, we wouldn't know that. Oh, we needed better planning. It's finding that right balance,
got to think about it a bit more.
Yeah.
4. Is there a potential for Dark Souls Chaos, which Quilag, etc., they have the same general style, but a good amount of details differ? Would it be actually possible to do this? Haven't really given it much thought. Everything's possible. Rally. Cedric Bardot. Hello, gentlemen. I have a couple of questions for you this week. Number 1, can we expect Guts' semi-blind pre-order to open this year? If we were to do semi-blind, it would be this year. 2, do you plan on getting a partnership for a license that you haven't covered yet? Partnerships aren't really about licenses that we haven't covered yet. I don't know. I mean, partnerships are it's quite hard to find the right partnerships.
Yep.
You don't just go, anybody who's doing anything that we're not doing, we'll just go with them. It's not quite like that. It's almost like there is no hard rule for partnerships. It's got to be something that we think, hey, we think this is something that we can offer. We can add value. The question is, can we add value? And if we can't add value, then it's not quite as high on the priority list for partnerships.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, will Ami's turntable have a lock to prevent it from spinning? Gravity. It will not spin on its own. It is too heavy for that. Alex Hughes, how do you feel about the Persona line so far? The answer is, so what we've got 545. As I said, with Joker hitting 549, that's amazing. Great job. It's still not there yet, but it's only been It's only been since the 23rd, so it's 4 days.
Yeah.
Amazing job, since then. And as I said, I've been really impressed with the word getting out there. People coming in. It's been absolutely
it's not just
amazing.
about bumping the pole. It's getting the word out there.
Amazing.
And the girls, they normally rank quite high in these kind of type of games.
Jim McLam, you guys spend a lot of time either in the office or in the Facebook group. How's the work-life balance working for a company like F4F? For me, it is my entire life. Well, it's not quite my entire life. Obviously, I have a family. But definitely when I'm and I'm guilty of it for sure. So sorry, komenazai to Kanako. I'm definitely
Well, she's part of, that's her life as well, right?
Yes, of course. But I mean, in terms of the kids, I'll be having dinner and I'll be checking in the club and I'll be like, and sometimes, I can feel like I feel guilty every now and then. I can definitely, but she totally understands.
How do you think the kids feel?
Harvey keeps wearing his F4F top, representing.
Is he?
Yeah, I love it. He, I think he's getting more and more into, liking it, for sure, bearing in mind that he's right now playing Wind Waker's, Wind Waker, and
I
obviously...
think he understands it. I mean...
I made him into a gamer,
The more he plays the games, the more he'll like, oh wow, I didn't know the family business is doing this kind of thing.
It's pretty unique, no doubt. No doubt. So in terms of, for me, the work-life balance is not quite right, but it's understood because obviously it is, all I've been doing since I've never had a real job. It's always been this. I've never worked for anything other than this company or, done what I'm doing. Chocks is, I can answer the Chocks is one. It's totally out of whack. But you can go into a bit more detail on that.
Get the club to 100,000 members, then I can have a life after that.
I'm gonna spill my fucking shit on my white top.
Well, you got more.
I have got
you got more now.
Chocks says he's retiring when it hits 100,000 members in the group. So it's
or whenever Red Bull hits me up.
Hits you up. I've never seen someone jump like a fucking flash out of here. But definitely the other members of the team will have a better work-life relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sometimes they all step up when they need to step up.
Sometimes I kind of put people first before myself, and I rather them going. I don't know. Maybe it's just my personality. It's like maybe because I don't have as much responsibilities as those guys have. Apart from parents. I mean, they've got their own other relatives nearby, they've got their own family as well. Yeah. So, I don't know. Sometimes I think, hey man, like, you guys go first or leave that thing for tomorrow. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Johnny the Jesus. I'm just staying here until I get my Streets of Rage, yeah.
Any time to relax with friends and family away from the fans? And the answer is, yeah, I mean, look, don't get me wrong, weekends are family time. But when I'm taking Harvey to karate or I'm taking to Japanese class and I'm waiting to pick him up, I'm in the club, chatting and stuff like that. But, the beauty, of course, is the mobile phones on the way to, from, it's easy just to quickly jump on, have a quick conversation, see what's going on. So, yeah, for sure, there is definitely, they have that over there. But look, work is work. And you definitely don't want you guys burning out. No, well, this is something that I've been doing for the whole time. I've also told Chocks I'm worried about him burning out, and anybody burning out. So I've always had a conversation about that on the side. Are you burning out?
No, not with these comments. Just remember not to push yourself too hard and stay healthy. From Amanda.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
What else?
Maxence Monnier. Why does it take so long to ship Crash in Canada? Because Canada has its own warehouse. In order to get those cheap rates to you guys, we have to send its own shipping container. And basically Crash's numbers, because Crash is quite a small thing, it has to fit with the other things in the container. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. As we get better with production, we have more things coming out at different times, at similar times, we can then pack the containers faster. But unfortunately, that's where it's at for that, for Crash. Timothy Rubin, curious, haven't been in the club for a year as of yet, but does F4F do any type of Black Friday sales? Haven't been in the club a year as of yet. Yes, we haven't got our system, our website is so shit that it doesn't really allow for any of that stuff without sort of ease. We will be working on that when we can, and it will be like much more of an overall kind of social
but
thing.
We don't, like, locally, we don't celebrate Black Friday.
Right, but we would do if we were.
In fact, we could just come up with any like Leprechaun Day. Or something stupid, right?
Indeed.
In DDD.
Andrew Gersman, why is F4F so awesome? And the answer is because of you guys. You guys influence us in such a way that if there was no audience, we would be so, like, whatever, right? But because you guys are always there motivating us, well, certainly this is how I feel. It's definitely something that pushes us to listen to you guys and what can we do and try to filter out the noise to see what's the best way that we can, be the best company for you guys. You guys push us and motivate us to be as good as we can be. So, appreciate that. Troy Blair, when do you guys predict that you will start back on the other Legend of Zelda timelines, Ocarina of Time, etc., etc.? That's a conversation that we need to be having with Nintendo. We had an initial conversation. We need to start fine-tuning some of those characters. Brandon Gonzalez, when creating a statue of a video game character, do you play any games that the character is in order to get the essence of the character down correctly? Well, as a gamer growing up, a lot of the licenses that we've been working on, of course, are old, and I would have played them in the past. Generally, if I haven't, it's either play it or just watch a ton of YouTube videos, ask people, research. To that sort of stage. There's a lot, with things being on, Twitch, being things on YouTube, all these playthrough guides, it's very, very easy to understand and get. I feel like I'm quite good at figuring out what the essence is, just based on sort of looking into that. And of course, asking Chocks as well, asking other members, asking all that sort of stuff helps sort of nail down to the nitty gritty. Arnold Hagen. Hey Alex, let's hypothetical for a sec. Okay, if Kandra Bazooey hits the mark and you're able to obtain the license for MS or Rare, don't know which one you'd have to talk to, will this be the opening you need to also get the approval for Conquer, or as you would say, Bonker? P.S. That is you when you are going to make them dollar signs. Well, when I would, obviously start the conversation with Banjo or Kanjo, as you said, and then I think that would make sense. I think they go really hand in hand. I think that would be almost like very similar to how we did Crash and Spyro. I feel they're kind of like a sort of group pairing. So yeah, if we went to, the answer is yes. the first conversation is going to be about Banjo Kanjo, and I think that we will push for that afterwards. So, or maybe we will TT it later, but we'll look into that.
Any other characters?
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Uncle Scabs. I don't know if I ever got to thank you for your hospitality during NYCC. Just you being there was thanks to us. Thanks enough. Thank you very much for all the well wishes. F4F is truly a family. Much appreciated. Shout out to you and your fam. It's always lovely to meet you. Also, thanks to the club members as well I met that day, and thank you for your kindness as well. That's the community right there. It was nice on that first day. There's a lot of club members hanging out with each other as well, and it was really, really cool. During the con, we spoke of something neat coming down the line. Any developments on that? I'm very happy to hear that. Yeah, I need to hit up Chris and make sure we get that finished up. I talked,
Oh, we did? You
I
did?
blasted his ass last week. Has he done anything? He's gonna...
Well, you mentioned something about...
I just said, things are going very neat.
Oh.
When will Ornstein pre-orders begin and will they be blind? You've got my order for sure either way. Well, again, the Dangalangs bitched on my fucking Ornstein blind pre-order. I was like, right, have it your way. Be more expensive when it comes down to it. So
Yeah.
I've got other blind pre-orders to look into, and that's going to be Guts, and then it's going to be Alucard, and then what other things should be blind? All that sort of stuff. So the answer to that is, I'm not sure whether or not Ornstein will be blind, and we'll just, it's just going to be more painful, more expensive for the actual pre-orders for when it comes. Blame Saf. Jamil Asaf. Hello. Yes, indeed. Can there please be a Vario suit relaunch too? To be considered. Gilbert Rivers. When can we get a look at Meta Ridley statue, or when will the prototypes be available for viewing? Please don't say soon, or we need exact dates. Meta Ridley is not going to be for a long ass time. What I showed you in that video, on that picture, was just the scaling. We're now pushing the button on that. Well, actually, that might mean we can print some stuff out first. 2018.
But as always...
Depending on approvals from
Depending
Nintendo.
on approvals and stuff, guys.
Yo.
You know what's up.
Victor Carrillo, has there been any more info regarding the poll for payment plans for in-stock items? Did you read my mind? Yeah, it's coming on very, very well. We are deep in development, and hopefully we can wrap that up in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Claudia Castillo. Hello to my friends in Hong Kong, Alex and Chocks. Well, hello to you, Claudia.
Hello.
Do you think you'll all ever make a link to match the scale of Twilight Princess Zelda? Because my princess needs her knight. Of course, that is something that we have already submitted. It's kind of in the vault at the moment until we get past the Breath of the Wild stuff, but it definitely has already been considered. Michael, it would be, yes, of course, finishing off that Twilight Princess line is important. Michael Samberlin, you should make keychains of your statues. Let us know if you want to see that sort of stuff. That might be something that's interesting to do. A Greek name, is it true that you drink too much cola? I drink probably too much Coke. Zero. Chocks indeed drinks anything that's fizzy.
Don't drink anything.
What is your daily consumption of beverages? How many Red Bulls a day? How many Cokes? How many teas?
How many
coffees?
How many water?
How many water?
How many
What
lemon
would you say?
tea? How many different juices? I don't know, man.
So it's not like fixed everything, like
It's not fixed. Sometimes I'm very, very thirsty. Sometimes I'm not thirsty at all. I mean, like a chameleon. It's like one day I can,
I'm sorry, you get my drink.
You-
I'm all thirsty now.
Yeah?
as well.
That's right, Cassandra. We could sell keychains at cons. That might do well for the core line, like keychains, pins, badges. Yeah, something we do, right?
Jesus Christ, you have all those Toblerones.
I mean, all. That's like not even equivalent to
Sound
one
like a
bar.
bar, yeah.
I know. It's getting stingy out of these chocolate companies.
Nah, man.
They
It's perfect because like the
get
hordes of locusts
expensive.
that can only like trick or
Oh
treat.
yeah, for those, yeah.
It's perfect for it.
You mean like at the door? Just put it like that.
Pretty much. No, honestly, they're like locusts. They just come out.
How many of them?
100?
Shut up.
Yeah.
100 kids.
All the kids of the estate, they
You
all
take
come
a,
out.
Take
And they
a
all
photo.
go.
You should have took a photo.
Well, I've seen. Well, you want to see it next time? Yeah. It's like
Yeah, I want to
literally-
see how they just gone.
They literally like a swarm of people, and like I have to like hold bitch hand trying because they get like stampled and tramped all over because they all do it all at the same time. It's not like in America, I'm assuming, and like from the films.
So
and stuff, they're gonna
where
ding
your
dong,
car, where your,
and
car,
open it
where, your,
up.
where your car is parked.
You best believe I'm right in front of the car. And I'm like, get the fuck back.
They're like climbing on top.
Someone
of
the other day got in the car. I got on there and fucking whacked it in there. Like,
your,
like
got
these,
on your car.
Sorry, I mean like they smacked into the car.
Really?
And left like loads of marks all over it. It was like a kid, 5 years old, you know, coming down the thing, and they all want to avoid that frigging speed bump. So they go to the left or the right.
On a bike, you mean?
On a bike.
On a bike.
And I fucking cracked into it.
What, your car?
They said
there's a dent. How did you know?
Do I need to pay for it? Do you need to tell my mummy and daddy?
Really? So
But I got one of those.
You were there at the time.
No, Kanako was there at the time, and she let me know.
So she saw it.
She saw it, and she heard it.
Then what happened?
I think it's kind of removable. Basically, so we'll have to sort of check that out. But yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I was not too pleased. I think it's kind of. I haven't sort of checked. Don't want to look. Is Sav there? Yeah, you should blame him for no Ornstein TT. Sorry,
No
Ornstein
Ornstein
blind pre-orders.
Ornstein
Yeah,
blind
it's all Sav. If you want a blind pre-order, you got to speak to Sav. Speak to Sav about Ornstein blind pre-orders. Okay, Mohit. Hi guys, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. How's the family? Fine, thank you. Chocks, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
How's your family?
They're fine, thank you.
Cool. Will you do something special on Halloween with your friends or family? If yes, will you wear a costume? Well, today I rushed back from China, went straight home because we're sort of talking about that. Every Halloween there is this community, you know, I live in this sort of community. All the kids run around the streets and they go pick up all the chocolate, the candies or the sweeties around there. And also there's the little clubhouse where the kids hang out. They did it like Halloween style and zombie and you know that sort of
Well,
stuff.
we are kids. Are they
Yeah.
dressing up?
Chana's was Elizabeth was a Elsa.
That's easy.
Yeah, she's Elsa every day.
She's Elsa every day.
And Harvey didn't even bother anymore.
Really?
Yeah, it's like he's too cool for that shit now.
Alright, he's grown out of
I
it.
don't know. I felt like he
He
was
doesn't
like
believe
being
in
a knobhead.
doesn't believe in like Father Christmas and all that stuff.
You know, I'm not sure if he still
He
believes in
still
that or
believes in the
not.
Tooth Fairy and stuff.
He certainly believes in the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I fucking leave behind his underneath his pillow.
He believes in the fairies in Zelda.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That. And he keeps loving because in Wind Waker, right, you grab a fairy.
Yeah.
You have like you catch him in a bottle.
In a net, right?
No, in a bottle.
In a bottle.
And
Yeah,
then
you put it in a bottle, right? You catch it with a net, right?
Okay. They
Well, you're doing
Sorry.
this, the Super NES version.
catch it, and then the picture of the fairy
Yeah.
is like really like super sad face. Obviously, you just caught it in the thing. But it's like,
Right.
and he's always laughing the hell out of it, grabbing them all. And of course, you know, obviously in Breath of the Wild, you can cook fairies to create portions. It's like, right, I'm gonna fucking chow mein you fucking up. Had a little bit of paprika. Joe Patterson, hey Alex, yo, and Chocks.
Yo.
Hope you're having a great evening indeed. So happy to be able to jump in and get Majora's Mask now. Excellent. Thank you for this special weekend. You're very welcome. Two quick questions. How's progress of Phoenix Wright going? Coming along? If you both had to choose, what would be your last meal? What would your last meal ever be?
Really? What? Last meal on this earth? Is that what you mean?
I'll tell you, my keto diet's going out the window for that last meal.
Yeah.
Carb me up, baby. Maybe a steak?
A steak?
Maybe some sushi?
Well, it's like a Chinese saying, isn't it? You don't want to leave the earth empty.
So what does that mean?
Like if you believe in ghosts and stuff like that, right? You go to a different level. Let's call it a level, right? A different level. You don't want to go there empty, as in like
So what? That just means be full. Doesn't say about what food you got to eat.
Not full. But just saying you got to be full. So it doesn't
Okay.
matter what you eat, as long as you eat something. The
Yeah,
last,
but what would you want your? Well, forget about the office bit. What do you want to be your last meal to be?
I don't know. I haven't thought of it.
I know you haven't. All right, that's why I was asking you to think
Yeah.
about it.
It's hard to say because you haven't really had like the best stuff ever, right? In your mind, you might think steak is the best thing, right? But there might be something out there that's even better. Than
You ain't try Kobe, mate. Thanks for all the Thanks for all the world work. Thanks for all the world work.
The what?
The world work. The hard work.
The hard work,
You're
right?
very, very welcome. Sending love from Australia, much appreciated. Thank you very much for shouting out from Australia. Also, shout out to all the Banjo fans. We can do this. You guys have not only done this, you've smashed it. Awesome job, JP. Josh Mizrahi with the SD Artorias Tool modeling going to interview tomorrow. Will it be up for pre-order soon? Maybe end of 2017 or Q1 2018. I think maybe late 2017, early 2018, because we need to make the tooling, and we don't want. So what we don't want to do is take pre-orders based on the resin sample. What you would have seen at New York, to be specifically clear, is the resin samples that we could get done in time. We will not solicit based on that. What you see is what you get. We will be soliciting with the actual PVC item in hand. So when you see it, we show it to you, we do the videos and the documentaries. It is what it is, and it's what you can expect. We do not want to be known as a B and S'er.
What's a BS?
A B and S'er.
Yeah, what's a BNS?
It's a bait and switcher.
I know that, but
Indeed. So we don't want to be known as a B and S'er, so that's why we will do it in the PVC to show you guys. And then you can place your orders based on the information that you're given at the time, rather than the BNS. Rani Draz. What are the things that you want to improve on Guts? It's adding the light effects and making sure that it's working better, and the having two samples so we can have with blood, without blood, and there are some gap issues. We want to tighten that up. All these sort of things take ages, but they don't make much difference to the the changes, the overall feeling of it. Which is why we talk about having a semi-blind pre-order, because the reality is those changes aren't going to really sway you. You've seen enough of it to know if you want it or not. That's why we talk about having a blind pre-order. Yes, having the lights light up and seeing all of that may sway you to want to have it short. Then wait for the for the real launch. The point of being is the point about it is supposed to be just to get. It's going to be expensive to push that number down per month. Arik Stegen, please.
Please what?
This is a enthusiasm. No, my bad. Christian Hernandez Slam Jam. 3 p.m. What is up? Tajana. Is that a new name?
Yeah, looks like it.
Tajana Whoosh. Hello. Is there any chance to relaunch Majora's Mask for Wolf, Link, and Midna? And the answer is no. Unfortunately, not. We will never do that. No reprints for that. Sorry about that. So the answer is no. Becca Cookie, any chance for a Xenoblade TT? I'll be all over that.
Zeno?
That's Shock, isn't it?
Yeah. The latest game came out recently.
How'd it do? Did they do a mobile version of it as well?
I'm not sure about mobile.
I know who. No.
I'm not sure about mobile. I don't think so.
You mean 3DS?
No, I mean an actual Android version. How they did Super Mario Run, they did Fire Emblem. Oh no, it's Animal Crossing they just did. Maybe have you seen that Animal Crossing poll done by?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. That's alright, isn't it?
Abigail Henderson. Abby Henderson, I think it was who it was. That came out really amazingly out of the gates, but then it sort of stagnated. Now, a lot of, the question is, it did really, 400 votes on something like that, which from a fan-made poll is pretty decent.
Yeah.
The question is, if we were to do it, would there be that much more votes? Because there's more visibility,
Maybe. Animal Crossing. But, I see the numbers out there.
You know what I might want to do? You know what would be nice for shits and giggles? An Assassin's Creed one. And only the guys outside the club.
Yeah.
Because it's the new Origin game.
Yeah. I'm all up for the double B.
I don't know, it's been a bit quiet, hasn't it?
The double B.
Yeah, I know, but it's been a bit quiet for Assassin's Creed.
Okay. Now that James Bennington, now that Joe's Mask and Taki are up for last chance, any word for the possible Varia suit be last chance, or Law coming back for orders again? Yeah. Law, we should put that up as well. I mean, there's no reason why. Yeah, I'll check that out.
Should we show more of a Jin first?
Further down the line with Jin, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we've got to work on showing Yoshi.
I feel like King out there is still not enough support.
Chris Hildebrand Jr. Alex, last week you expressed concern about Banjo's TT, thinking it may not do well. Now that's one of the first that's climbing yet. What are your thoughts now? Documented it. Guy smashed it. Awesome job. Adam El Gamal. Gonna need those points for when Solid Snake goes back up for pre-order. Much appreciated for the support. Rani Gerards, have you ever been approached to sync the release of a statue with the release of the game? Of course. Robert Elliott, have either of you ever had an epiphany? Many times. I usually start it off with Chocks.
Yeah.
Hear me now. That's basically when something hits me.
My first reaction.
Oh, here we go again.
Yeah.
Johnny De Jesus. Hey guys, what is up? Here are my questions for today. I promise it isn't an essay like last time. Number one, Alex, you mentioned the Persona 5 Phantom Thief poll. Okay, I think I'm just going to read this first. Let me see.
How many questions from John?
No, but I'm just like, let me see. Okay, so.
Bloody hell. Oh, it's just comparing whether to go for 1/4 or 1/6, right?
Okay, so the answer is 1/4 or 1/6 with or without their personas. Let's worry about the actual designs if it's something that we look more into. I'll probably then think about that a little more detail. Right now, that's going into a bit too much detail until it's worth to do that.
Yeah.
And number two.
A lot of theories, isn't it? Let's save the poll successful.
So yeah, if the poll is successful and we hit we get the 550. What about the rest of them? Well, by that stage we will have data against our sales, and we'll be able to see how they're doing. So,
like you say, if it hit 550 for the main dude, the protagonist,
Joker.
Yeah, the Joker, and in reality, the sales data, shows opposite results, then it doesn't matter what about those third or fourth characters. It's going to make the second and third character
A harder sell.
Yeah.
But we're trying to do as much as we can do first, which is as much prep work as we can do first, which is basically.
This is just like the pose is just one of them.
Yeah. And lastly, how about we reduce 550 to 3 times to 450, 450 to 500 times 3? The answer is no chance. Shout out to the poll. Please vote, guys. We are not that far from reaching the goal. Thank you for those who have done so already. Brian Munoz is giving us a wink wink. Randy Gerards, have you ever considered putting a price range classifications on statues before revealing their prices? Type A, etc., B, C, and then all the prices on, and then type what the fuck, $500 plus. That is actually what we talked about doing at the New York Comic Con, to have those that were sticker coded, and the stickers would be a price range.
Yeah, because everyone was asking how much this costs, and then we were like, hey, those You know the small PVCs? That's how much they roughly cost. You see those 1/6 resin? That's how much they roughly cost. And you see these 1/4 scale statues? This is how much they roughly cost. So it's kind of like a general ballpark in each tier.
Yeah. Mark Strauss, Rihanna news. I've made it, painted it. Gonna TT it. Derek Baker. Any questions? Indeed. Randy Gerards, if you ship all the statues to warehouses across the globe to avoid import fees, doesn't that mean F4F have to pay those import fees? Yes, it does. It does. And that's the point. Randy Gerards, what is your favorite anime of all time? They're all my favorites. They're all my babies. The ones that we got license for, the rest can go to bloody hell. In a nice way.
Let's ask a question. Right? There's a question on the stream from Michael. I don't want to be a pain or anything, but it's been a couple of Friday Q&As I joined, and I always keep asking about FMA line without any answers. Is there any news other than in revisions?
Well, as I said earlier in the stream, that I went to review Alphonse's. We had wanted to get Alphonse up for New York Comic Con. Unfortunately, that did not happen. So we couldn't have shown it there. We had to make some changes, which I'll review today, and I will now send that to the licensors just to show them the progress on that. If they approve what they've seen, then we can start moving across with that. It's ginormous. It's going to be expensive. Probably one of the most expensive things we've ever done. So prepare yourselves for that. It's going to be, it's just ginormous. He is,
Yeah.
crazy huge.
So hopefully you heard that, Michael. Let's do Randy's question.
Yeah, Cedric Bardot, will you upgrade your Coke can test to cocaine test?
We missed one from Randy.
No, I didn't. What is your favorite of all time? Anime of all time?
Oh, right.
Do you want to say what yours is?
No, I don't have a favourite of
There
all
you go.
time. Yeah.
Will you upgrade your Coke can test to a cocaine test? I'm teetotal, mate. Randy Gerards, will you have F4F core line merchandise available when you come into Gamescom 2018? The answer is yes, we will do. Don't know what it is yet, but we'll get some stuff done. We have to. We've got to get all that organised. Tabitha Martin, if every TT poll now and in the future hit their 550 goal, will that TT require more rallying of at least 2 to 3 more characters in that series to hit another 500 each, or will it be a case-by-case base? I know you're more or less trying to stay away from the one and done statues, and I'm trying to go for lines now, but are there exceptions to this regarding to TTs? But the answer is yeah, absolutely. Of course there are exceptions. To be honest with you, with Banjo and Kazooie, I don't really see much more than 3. I don't see really 3 with that. I don't see that 3 with Conker, as an example. So,
Case by case.
it's a case by case. It's a case by case. Brent, also, will this affect how you pick TTs in the suggestion thread? No, doesn't change how we choose, how we pick the TTs. Brendan Rastello, with the Banjo TT already push you 550, not even after a day, what are the next steps? Me hit up the licensor. Have you thought about doing a rare All Signs line as opposed to just Banjo? So, absolutely, Banjo and Conker would be the no-brainers. What would go on after that? I'm not convinced that there is something that you guys would want apart from that.
You guys remember that Battletoads?
Yeah, we did a Battletoads TT. That didn't do very well. Cameo Elements of Power. I don't see you guys wanting that. Rash from that's Battletoads.
Yeah.
What else is there?
From
Fever Pinata. What?
Aviva Piantas. Was that from Rare?
Yeah, it's from Rare.
Oh yeah, it wasn't after they've been.
Xbox acquisition.
Yeah. That looked wonderful.
Sea of Thieves, that's a bit generic in terms of, I don't think you can have your own, they're not specific. Maybe there's like some guy, the answer is, tell me what you would want to see in an All-Stars line. 3 p.m. I want to take a page from Uncle Scabs, and once again, thank you guys for the hospitality of NYCC. Much appreciated. Can't wait to be officially helping next year. Appreciate it. Also, thanks for everything that came after. You know what I'm talking about, Alex. Indeed, I hope you're enjoying those. On to my question. So that semi-blind pre-order guts happening. I need to speak to the licensor for that. Ryan Byrne. Will there ever be a F4F super giveaway where you would fly the lucky winner over to Hong Kong and hang out and to see the production firsthand? This would be awesome. Maybe if they went all the way. Maybe if they went all the way in the coin game. We've had someone
all the way from the coin game for that.
Or you got after 8,000. Okay, how about this? So if they hit 8,000, it's a 25% chance of getting it for 8,000 reward points. Yeah.
Yeah. That's too easy. It's still too easy.
I think somebody's going to get 8,000 very soon.
Right, exactly. That's too easy, of course.
Yeah.
There should be 2 levels on top of that.
On top of that?
Yeah.
What, in regards to reward points?
No, in regards to reward points.
In regards to what?
Let's see. Why don't, just for the possibility, let's see this. So 8,000. Hold on. Sorry, hold on. Okay, so 8,000 reward points is the equivalent of $80. If they go to the next level, should we say? Of course, it's going to be higher odds, right? Harder to do.
Right.
We go cash. Then it goes $100 US. And I'm not even saying you got to put it towards something. I'm saying here you go, mate. Here's $100, right? And then after that, it's $200. After that, it's $500, and then after that, it's all expense trip over here. But of course, it's much, much, much harder to get there. And you're gonna be risking each gauntlet every time. Ain't nobody gonna have the, you can always put it there. You wanna come over, you gotta go
think
there.
this through.
25% chance to win the
8,000.
8,000. Then the next chance is gonna be, let's say, 15%, then like 10%, and then the final one is a 5% chance of doing it. Who's gonna risk it all on 5%? Some crazy motherfucker's gonna try it, but that we're talking like we'll be shelling out like 3 or 4 grand to fly them over, take them all around, give them a fucking hotel, show them the freaking vault. Oh my days! There's something to think about. How about we get someone to hit 8,000 first, yeah?
Yeah.
Matthew O'Donnell, what was the face you pulled when you woke up and saw the Banjo-Kazooie TT numbers? I was like wiping the sleep from my eyes, just going, holy sweet Jesus. What a amazing thing. I was super. What do you think, Chocks? I didn't really hear your thoughts on that.
On what side? I'm just going for the comments.
Just your thoughts on the Banjo Pro, the way it rallied, all that stuff.
I was kind of expected.
You expected it?
Yeah, expected to do well.
But that well? Come on, that's beyond that's like next level. No? Oh, come on, mate. We've never had anything like that. You're surprised by the Novos, at least the participation.
I'm surprised by the participation. That's quite a lot. But I kind of knew it was going to be okay. As in, like, it should do really well. So, because there really isn't any, merchandise out there for it.
Indeed.
But it'll be interesting to see, can it sustain after one statue? Where, it's like Zelda, it's been going on for years, there's always going to be a nice following to that.
Yeah.
But with these, I've got my Banjo, let's say I got my Banjo and Kazooie, what can I have next? Forget Conquer because it's a separate game, right? But Banjo Kazooie, what can we do next? That's a tough one, right?
I have some ideas.
You do, yeah?
3 p.m. By the time you read this, I'll be sitting on my porch waiting for Saitama Rex. Are you hyped for me? Are you on your porch? I see you in the comments, 3 p.m. Let me know. Have you got your Saitama yet? Let us know in the comments. Chris Madrios. With the success of the Banjo-Kazooie, I wanted to know if you have any connections or ties to Microsoft, or this to compete in new venture, and the answer is, I have already answered this. Thank you very much for. He says you've answered this. You've answered
Oh,
this.
right, so we answered it for you.
Yeah. Chocks. Will Chocks ever forget the shout out post? Edit. He didn't.
There you go, Cedric.
Bradley Chatter B King. I've cancelled my regular Majora's Mask with the exclusive instead, rather than getting a refund for the reg cancellation. Is there any chance can they just take the amount of my X order? The answer is I wouldn't miss the cash now, and it would be more benefit than fun. The answer is no. They cannot do that. The system is not clever enough to transfer money across to different pre-orders. It just doesn't work like that. Unfortunately, the system is not geared up for that sort of stuff. Bradley Chadderby King. I think Chocks shout out should be done behind the scenes. Workers should be done behind the scenes. Workers that deserve recognition.
Really?
That get the job done. They get our figures and services done.
Like child number 1, well done. Child number 5, well done.
No, the shout outs in these is for the community. So up. Oh, nice. You got
I know, dirty cheaters.
Let's kick off the. Oh, hold on. Oh, shout out to Lisa Wyckoff. Boom. Cedric Bardot. He didn't forget. You're absolutely right. Shout out to you. Matthew O'Donnell. How's it going? Shout out to Alex Hughes. Big it up to Hector Morales. How's it going? We got Vincent Windish. Bigging it up again. Oh my God. I'm looking down this and I do not see a Derek Baker. Check that out.
It's different region. You can tell.
This is EU.
You can tell. Yeah, you can tell.
This is EU.
EU guys.
Shout out to Jamil Asaf. How's it going? Nana Say, kicking ass. What is up? Bada bing, bada boom. Arnold Hagen. Shout out to you. And last but not least, Gary D. Sharp. I love you, mate. All good. Perfect. Oh, it's a separate. Yeah, so you didn't. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom. Shout out. Congrats on that. Dennis Kip. Alex, do you ever rub your nipples while looking at your statues? I'll let you know after Guts goes up. Daryl Surgipal. Alex, has there been any progress in the pursuance of the Yu-Gi-Oh license? I do not want to say anything other than we have started processes of discussions. Now, that, licenses take quite a long time to negotiate. It goes with a lot of things. There's a lot of due diligence. That's just to say we have reached out, we have had feedback, and we have talked about possibilities. That's the stage we're at. Does that mean that we're going to get it? The answer is there are still a ton of hoops that needs to go through. It needs to go through a deal memo. Deal memo needs to go to make sure that there needs to be a discussion. It needs to go to a deal memo. Deal memo then goes to the licensors. As in what I mean by them is it's the actual, do we want to get the license? Do they want to give us the license? If they do, they then need to take it to their legal. Their legal then needs to think, their due diligence. Where's your product liability insurance? Where's your this? Where's your that? All this sort of stuff is the stuff that we have to deal with.
Are you sleeping with the enemy?
Oh, we are at step number 1, which is we've made a contact, we're talking, and we said, hey, we want a Yu-Gi-Oh license. Who the fuck are you? Or we're like, oh yeah, we're a company called First Figures. Who the fuck? And then we're like, oh, yeah, we want to be doing Blue Eyes White Dragon. We want to be Dark Magician. We want to do a Red Eyes
Piss us off
Black
before.
Dragon. All that sort of stuff. So I have been on the phone call with them. That's where we're at. These things take a while. Chana Burns. That happy mask salesman don't. Dabby Kurt. See? He always does this. Every Q&A. Will or might be the character chosen for the My Hero Academia poll. He's the most popular, iconic character from the franchise. Oh, of course, he knew that we were going to be doing My Hero this week. So, next week. So,
you know who he is, don't you? The main one is really... this. But this is like, Toy. He's a
Let us know in the comments, which would you rather see? Also, have there been any further thoughts about a possible Wolf Link life-size bust as a compliment to Ami? I haven't really given much thoughts on that. Maxim, is it possible to add a new payment type? Here's my proposition: kidneys. Have you? Let me know if you've been, looking after your body well. 3 p.m. I re-ask the kidney question. Indeed. Greg Michalowski. Hey, Alex and Chocks. I love the Majora's Mask new design. Much appreciated. How soon until that will go into production? Oh, soon. In our hands by June or so. Yes. Should be. Also, Zero still going for pre-order within the month of November. Hopefully so. Yes, we need to get Zero. Oh, I'm going to look at Zero, please. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Nana say, hey guys, I understand the riser on the Warp Star base exists to keep the Kirby line at the similar heights, so I won't ask you to remove it. But what are your thoughts about making the riser out of a deep purple transparent resin with twinkling lights to give a magical galactic feel, as if Kirby is riding his racing through space mock attached?
If he's riding through space, why would there be clouds?
He's got you there, Nanase.
Back to the drawing board, mate.
Actually, the base of the design is actually something that HAL or Warpstar came up with, so I'm not sure. But the effect of having some lights going, because there are some star designs in the actual base. It's like shooting stars in there. So maybe we can have something on that. That might be nice for the exclusive. Actually, have like that lights up, that lights up, that's like
We're supposed to, right? Like twinkling stars.
But what I mean is, it can be done nicely for Warpstar's exclusive. Something we can think about. Yeah. In the base, obviously, we would make Warpstar itself light up because that looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's got to be that bright yellow star.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. But to have some at the actual locations where the actual line of the stars on the actual base might be a nice idea. But then of course that's going to be more expensive because it's going to be a transparent base, etc., etc. Pascal Michaud, been a while without any questions, but if Helsing would get 600, 700s, would you consider looking at the license again?
Okay, everyone.
Yeah, I don't see. Look, I'd certainly be harder to turn away from that. Lise Shren, what time is the live stream? Answer is now. Ricky Underdog Pow, I got married Wednesday. So fancy a shout out. Congratulations. Shout out to Ricky Underdog Pow. Who did you get married to? Was it Amy? He's a massive Sonic fan.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, congratulations, mate. That is fantastic to hear. Make sure you get her into liking F4F as well. Getting Classic Knuckles X for a wedding present. Congratulations, mate. What a fantastic present. Very, very chuffed for you. Seb Pine, yes, please, indeedy. Jared Nirbut. Henshin and Go-Go, baby. Indeedy. Curtis Spence, is there any way that you can lessen the red around the eyes on Majora's Mask? They seem too red compared to the logo now. They're actually quite similar to the logo. You better look a little bit closer. Also, while the lights are on, the green parts of his eyes seems almost transparent, unlike the original. Any ways to make it more opaque? Also, while the lights are on, the green parts of the eyes seem almost more transparent. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I looked at that as well, and maybe, we can darken that up underneath. I think we can do that. That's something that we can definitely do. Basically, so it's like, it doesn't, like, it's not transparent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can do that. Saeed Alzrani. With the EU warehouse changing, will Middle East get better shipping prices? The answer is, we believe so. We believe so. We think we have more options. We believe so. We need to check that into. Something I've asked Sunny to look into.
Yes, we've been not many people asking about it, but there's been people that drop in every so often and say, hey, what about Dubai?
There you go.
Yeah. What other places? There were quite a few. Can't remember off the top of my head. Definitely quite a few Middle East places. Eastern places.
Sorry, Liam Thomas, sorry if it's been asked before, but what is the edition size of Solid Snake so far? The answer is it has not been fixed because it still has 11 days of pre-orders to go. It's only been open for 3 days. Kevin Bookbinder, any updates on the Lucky Cat points? I was hoping to get them before Bowser, and the answer is I will, right after this
Lorenzo
stream,
knows about
speak
it.
to Lorenzo about
He knows
that.
about it. I think I've asked Brenda days. It's kind of like he's working on it. It's within days.
Okay, let him finish the Bowser. He's working on the Bowser
Yeah.
pre-order, to blind pre-order to get that button. I know he's working on that once he's on that, but thanks for the reminder, and we'll definitely.
Yeah, we've
work
already
on it.
reminded him
Okay.
early in the week. So he
Lisa
knows.
Wyckoff, did anyone ask about the Shaker Slate? Will it go up for pre-order before the end of the year? The answer is it will not. Michael Line, we're waiting for comments back from Nintendo on that. So, which anime license is next? They've all been announced, haven't they? They've all been announced. I know what you're gonna write, but I'm culling that. If that's the one that you're gonna write. Yeah. Nicholas Jolie, offers and demands. Thanks for the clarification. As long as they don't become life-size full statues, it should be okay.
Huh? Offers and demands.
Je ne sais pas. Brandon Gonzalez, has anyone really been far, even as decided to use even... What? Has anyone really been far, even as decided to use even go want to do look more like? I don't get it. I don't get it. Liam Thomas, what sort of price range will Ornstein be more than Sif? Alex Hughes, can we get an admin thread for Mario Odyssey? It's going to be something that everyone wants to post about, and I've seen so far nothing has even... All I've seen so far has nothing to even do with wanting a statue from it. Yeah, sure. Have a... I'll ask the addies to put a post, so anything that you want to discuss Mario Odyssey-wise can go there.
Odyssey. Is that it?
Or do I need to refresh?
That's it.
Really?
Don't leave me hanging, bro.
No, oh, someone's typing.
Don't leave me hanging, bro.
Someone's typing.
Too late.
It's done! Stop typing!
Somebody's typing.
It's
comment.
done!
Let's see what's that.
We high-fived. It's done! Stop typing! There you go, it stopped.
No, it's still going.
Is it?
Oh no, it stopped.
It's not.
Maybe because it's gonna get popped. It's gonna pop in. Is it just you? Yeah.
No, it wasn't me. Look, just popped in.
There you go. Oh, Brandon Gonzalez. I did that on purpose. Cheeky. So cheeky. I was confused, mate. All right. That is it. It is now time for this week's...
Just bear 1 second, alright? Just a reminder, guys, this is the last chance weekend.
Hold on. All right, you're going to do that, but hold on.
No, just a reminder
Oh, okay.
before you do that one.
All right, guys, it's going to be the last chance weekend, so just wanted to... obviously, you guys would have seen this before, but it would be a shame not to show you again. But Chocks, you go ahead.
Yeah, so just a reminder, it's the last chance weekend for Taki and Majora's Mask. Pre-order is going to open tonight after the stream and will close on Monday evening time, Hong Kong time. So it's going to run for about 4 days.
Majora's Mask is going live in 25 minutes.
Yes, that's right. So we've got about 25 minutes to go.
And it's a perfect time. We will see you on the other side. We're just going to re-show you those that may have not have seen. I'm sure most of you have seen it. But just one more time, we're going to show you that amazing comparison video that Jeffrey made. So it's about a minute or so long. We'll see you on the other side. like what Jeff did. Jeffrey did a fantastic job with that video, and he worked so hard. You guys stayed up so late for that, so you know. Talked about the work-life balance that went out the window. But
just a reminder, guys, that bass is exactly the one that was shown in last week's Friday Q&A.
Yeah, we hadn't made the changes to it, just that. Yeah.
We just add a little bit of black wash just to bring out the details. So don't worry about the bass. The bass is going to be fine. It's not going to look like a PVC. The whole thing is full of resin. So yeah. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah. So the other thing is, yeah, just while we're here, with only 20 minutes to go, whatever, I'll just bring up some, some photos. Obviously, this is what it looks like, the updated version. Just, obviously it's been going on through the streams.
All the images on the product page as well.
Looking absolutely gorgeous. Nice effect on that. Looks beautiful. How that looks straight into your soul. And last but not least, looking sweet. So that is, very, very soon. 20 minutes to go, guys. And of course, Taki as well, as you said, Chocks, she is going to be for her last chance weekend as well. So that's coming along there. Now, with that going live, it's now time for this week's Who Dat, Who Dat. So prepare yourselves, guys. We're going to do a Who Dat, Who Dat.
2 winners, 2 potential winners will have a chance to jump in the seat to win the potential of up to 8,000 reward points. Is that right? So
Indeed.
far, no one has won that. And I believe everyone should have their reward points given out already by Phil.
That's good. I'm glad that he's sort of doing that.
So what will it be? Come on, Amanda. Let's, you're on my side. Tag team. We'll make sure no one gets those points. That's right. No one will get any points.
Something a bit more obscure.
Yeah. Make it a really tough one this week.
How tough?
Tough. Really? Wow.
Let me just download
Really?
that one. Yeah.
That is quite tough.
Yeah, of course it is.
That's quite tough.
But
yeah.
if you just go that way, they might. Yeah. So.
That's right.
Okay, just download that. Save that.
That's right, guys. This week's hashtag is F4F Hero. Make sure you type the hashtag in during the live stream for a chance to win 500 reward points.
Alright guys, here we go. Prepare yourselves for a chance to, the first 2 winners who get this right.
Who is it?
Yeah,
Is there any specific?
check it out. Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, there you go.
Is that one?
Yeah. Alright, here we go, guys. In 3, 2, 1, it's going to be pretty hard for you guys. Boom! Let us know in the comments.
First 2 winners.
First 2 winners for this is going to get a chance to get this right. Any luck, guys? I'm going to make it a little bit, I'm going to zoom out a little bit more. What is that, guys? Let us know in the comments. Gonna keep making it smaller and smaller.
Really?
I mean, that's a bit too small. Grab that. What is that? Chris says Ridley. Natalie says Mad World. That doesn't sound like a character to me. Martin Johnson says Persona 5. Austin says Jojo. Sean says Barrett. Scab says Midna.
Bradley says Mad World.
Remember, we want the character, guys. Jojo, Harlog, no. Kenshiro. We have 1 winner so far. Keep going, guys. We have one. Oh shit!
What?
It comes up at the top.
Yeah,
We gotta know the names. So we got one person so far. Anybody else got it? We have one winner so far. We need one more winner. We have one winner.
We've got one winner already. Just one more. Come on. We've got one winner. Got one winner. One winner. Who's gonna be the other winner? Yeah?
There you go. We got 2 winners now. Okay, nice one. All right, the first one is a Chris Medeiros, and the second is Philip Essinger. Congratulations, you are this week's 2 Huda winners. As always, we're gonna kick it off with 3 coins
You want to
and
tell
4
them who
hands.
it is?
It's Jack Cayman from Mad World, indeed, okay? Here we go. Chris, I'm going to make the assumption that you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, let us know in the comments. We have here 4 hands. We have number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. For a chance to win 500 reward points, let us know in the comments which hand is 1 coin. Let us know in the comments, Mr. Medeiros, for a chance to win
Chris knows the
500
rules, doesn't he?
reward points. So let us know if he doesn't. So let us know in the comments who that, where is the coins? Is it number 1? Is it number 2? Is it number 3? Is it number 4? Let us know. Philip, look what's going on, because you are going to have another go yourself. If you chose number 3, you will let you know in a minute. If you chose number 4, you would have got a coin. If you chose number... what? Which is the one that has a coin? Which one has a coin of your hands?
Yeah? No one to show it?
Yeah, the one that has a coin. Yeah.
The one that has a coin?
Yeah, which one has a coin?
The one that has a coin?
Yeah, which one has a coin? He's already chosen number 3.
Yeah?
Yeah, so which one has a coin? You just
No,
open up.
don't
Yeah,
open
show
it
that
up.
one.
Alright
Yeah,
then.
yeah, you show the one that has a coin. If you chose number 2, you would have a number coin. But of course, the fact that I have to ask you that means that it must be this one
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
3, 2, 1. Yeah. Oh,
There you go.
Yeah, shit. It should have been me to show it. Well, I totally screwed that up. Congratulations on the board. 75% chance. Not bad, not bad. All right, here we go. Next one is.
Do you want to
3
walk
hands.
away? Do you want to walk away with that 500?
Yeah. Do you want to walk away with the 500? Do you want to bank those? Or do you want to go for the next one up for a chance to win 1,000 points? And let us know in the comments. In the meantime, we will do it and ask if you making the assumption that you do want to keep going. We will bring it back up, and that is going to be the what do you call it? So in 3, 2, 1, we have 3 hands at number 1, number 1. Number 2 and a number 3. If you want to continue, let us know in the comments if you want to bank the 500 or if you want to keep going. He's going to keep going. He says, of course, choose number 1, 2, or 3 for a chance to win 1,000 reward points. Let us know in the comments. What? Let us go, please. So, what is going on, please? Number 1, number 2, number 3. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Number 3. 3 all day long.
Yeah.
Had you chose number 1, you would have been correct. 3, 2, 1, boom, you are correct. It is number 3. Well done, mate. For a chance to win 2,000 reward points, it's a 50-50 chance. Let us know in the comments if you want to do it. Flipping it up there, if you are going to go for the 50-50, let me know if you want to take it. It's either
Just
number
walk away with it. Walk
or
away with it.
flower. Number or flower. Number or flower. Let us know in the comments what is going on. What would you choose? 1 or flower? If you want to take it. Of course, you do not need to take it. You can walk away with 1,000 F4F reward points. Nothing
Walk
wrong.
away and you'll get those points immediately.
Absolutely no shame in walking away. No shame.
Amanda goes, do it. Well, come on, Amanda. Yeah, do it. Go on, yeah, do it. Go for flower.
He's going for number.
Let's go for number.
3.
Where?
He says here.
Oh, yeah?
Let's do this. Number. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Flower.
Raises it. Boom! Flower denied.
Yeah.
Denied. Unfortunately, thanks for being a good sport, Chris. For trying to get there. You made it to the 3rd stage and then basically taken out by the boss. It was a 50-50 chance. Unfortunately, it did not swing your way. All right. And now we have Philip Essinger. Here we go. 3 coins, 4 hands for a chance to win 500 war points. Get it on the board in 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. We have a number 1, a number 2, a number 3, and number 4. Let me know in the comments, Mr. Philip, which one are you going for? 1, 2, or 3,
Go for 4.
or 4?
Go for 4. Go for 4.
Shafai says rigged.
Yeah.
It's all real time, mate. It's all real time.
Number 4.
Nice one, Chris. Thanks for being a good sport.
Oh.
Philip Essinger says number
2.
2.
And 2.
Okay.
This is 2. This
If
one.
you had chosen a number 4, you would have been correct. If you had chosen number 1, you would have been correct. In 3, 2, 1, boom!
Ooh.
Congratulations, this is hand number 2. You are 500 reward points up. Now, we'd like to continue making the assumption that you do want to keep continuing. There is the we have 3.
Yeah?
No, that doesn't
No.
work.
I'm always one hand.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's a good point. So in 3, 2, 1, we have 3 hands. Making the assumption you want to go for 1,000 reward points. We have number 1,
Walk away.
number 2, and number 3. Let us know in the comments, Mr. Philip, which one you'd be going for. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Let us know in the comments. Will you be walking away with the money, with the F4F reward points, or will you just be, or will you be going for it? Cedric says number 2. If you were in the hot seat, Philip says number 2. Had you chosen number 3, boom, you would have been correct. Had you chosen number 3, 2, 1, boom, you are correct. Number 2, amazing job. Congratulations, 1,000 reward points. Now, should you wish to continue or carry on, you have to go through a 50-50 gauntlet. In my hand is a coin. I've already flipped it. You can either go for a number or a flower for a chance to win 2,000 reward points, or you can walk away and just bank those 1,000 points for a rainy day.
What should he do, Amanda?
Cedric says the number. Philip, what are you going to say? What are you going to do? Let us know in the comments. Will you be going for the number or will you be going for the flower? He's going for it and he's going for the flower.
I'm going to go for a number.
Here we go. Turning it over. 3, 2, 1. Boom! It's the number. Everybody denied today by the coin. Unfortunately, Philip, you walk away with absolutely nothing. I do apologize.
I'm good at this.
I see it's actually not that clear when I show it. I must show a little bit longer next time because it wasn't quite clear. But it was indeed a number. Unfortunately, everybody got taken out by stage 3. So who is the number 1 ranked person so far, Chocks?
Angela La.
Angela La walking away with 4,000 reward points. This week has been cheap. Excellent. Guys, we are going to kick it off. We're going to leave this stream soon because we have 10 minutes to go.
That's right.
We need to... There's no point to be... Is there a point to be on the stream when we go live? Or there's no point to do it?
No, we've got a lot of stuff to do, right?
Exactly.
Well, Lorenzo should be just flipping that switch. So I think we can stay on live. We can stay live.
Just to make sure everything's okay.
Just make sure that everyone's okay.
You sure?
We might as well, right? But we got to do the post and stuff for all that stuff. After.
Well, that's standard affair. Yeah, we can do that.
But since we 10 minutes.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Do you guys want us to be on the stream whilst we flip the switch, or do you want us to go and then we flip the switch?
Is anyone thinking they were doing anything naughty or something for your paint boys?
What?
Is anyone thinking that we'll be doing on the dodge?
What?
I don't know.
What, we cheat?
No. But when they wait for your comment, you should have to write it again.
Huh?
I don't understand. Oh, it was not clear, but you saw that number outline. Yeah, we won't be lying about that sort of stuff. If you go back and look at the screen grabs for number 1, this is what a number 1 looks like. You're right, because I don't have the stream and there's a delay. This is what number 1 looks like. And this is what the flower looks like. So next time, go back and look at the video. You can see that they would have been those outlines. We'll go back and check it to make sure as well that it was correct. I definitely...
Unless you couldn't tell the difference between a number and flower.
Well, this is why, just in case we just should have brought it up like that.
I mean, if we got it wrong, you get the points for sure.
But I didn't get it wrong. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Javan, is this the Majora's Mask live stream? Well, I guess it is. It's Majora's Mask and Taki's last chance weekend. Let me see. It is going live in.
Just hit up Lorenzo, say. For the countdown to end.
Yeah, like in 8 minutes and 19 seconds.
Right, so Lorenzo's ready on that.
Okay, cool.
I've told him that we'll most likely be on the stream, probably about another 5-10 minutes after it's gone down to 0, just to make sure that things moving.
Oh, just to make sure that is everyone so banging on about the get.
Oh, really?
Oh, so Tobias is saying, no, Alex, I wrote Jack way before Philip. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, you can see what we see in the comments. You can see what we see in the comments. It's 1 hour. I can't see what you've written on your screen. If you look right next to me, I guess it's wherever it is. Yeah.
Your left side.
My left side.
Yeah.
Over there is what we're seeing. We're literally importing what we see into our stream, so you can see exactly what that is. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to scroll back and show you and highlight, because you'll see this. Oh, can it keep going back? Yeah.
Can it? I don't think so.
Hold on.
Is that
Is that going back? I don't think it's going back. Is it going back?
No, yes, it is. It's going
No,
back.
no. It's going. It's just. There's comments. It's not. I can't keep going backwards. But what you'll see, Tobias, please, because I wrote it 2 times. I'm pretty sure when we saw it, it wasn't there. You can make sure that you see it from the. Go back and review the part that's on what we're looking at, Tobias. But if we did make a mistake, you'll be sure to get your your go next week, if that really is the case. But as I said, what we are seeing on the screen is what you can see on the screen as well. So make sure to see if there's correlation.
Scroll down very far.
I can't scroll down. Once we get to the bottom, it doesn't keep going down. On this, it doesn't keep going down. Yeah, so you can watch it right after the... yeah, Tobias, I can't keep streaming me down. It won't let me do that. It only just gives me, I don't know, the last 50 comments or whatever it is. I got a recording. And it's not just there. It will be uploaded to YouTube. It will be uploaded... Right after the stream ends, you can re-watch it again on the stream. We're just showing you...
On the
Facebook, you can see it straight away.
Page.
Exactly. Right. In the meantime, 5 minutes to go on Taki and Majora's Mask.
Woo! Finally, it was approved by Nintendo, and then immediately we went straight to, the last chance weekend. We wanted to make sure it was fair for everyone.
Yeah.
If you didn't like it, fine, cancel it. If you loved it, you don't have to do anything about it. If you want to if you're on a wait list, automatically converted. If you're on a wait list and want to flexi-pay, cancel your order, jump back in the line again. There will be no penalties for anyone.
No.
I mean, I think that's as fair as we can go, right?
As fair as we can go.
Yeah.
Indeed. Dabbits in the house. Yo. Yeah, don't worry, Tobias. Honestly, if we see it and it's wrong, we'll make sure that you're covered. But as I said, it's based on what we see on our side on our screen. Alex Walker, quick question, guys. Can we get official polls for Ornstein and Alucard blind pre-orders like the Guts poll? Until you need to speak to Sav about that. Speak to Sav about the Ornstein thing, about the Ornstein poll. He was the one who poo-pooed it, so you need to speak to him.
Poo poo poo.
Yeah, blame Sap. Hashtag blame Sap.
Dear me. That one.
Callum Hall, when would payments start and would it be soon or in the next quarter? Payments will start straight away. First month will be...
Well, the first payment will be the deposit, right?
Yeah.
And then, as far as I know, I've spoken with Brenda that...
Is it a month later?
The month later.
Yeah, because it's only 3 days, so it's a 3-day weekend, so then it's a month later.
A month later from that, yeah. So if it's like, I don't know, 30th, it was 30th, right? 30th of October, then you assume it'll be November.
Yeah. The first Monday after the 30th of November will be the first payment of that, so you've got a good month to save up. Guys, we're coming down to 3 minutes to go. There's quite a few people on the website, so it's quite interesting that that's coming along like that.
How come yours look different?
What? Oh, this is just the home screen. Hit home. Hit home. Yeah.
But I won't be able to see all this. No, I want to keep it there. See the people already here.
What, you mean that?
These two. Yeah.
And that there?
Yeah. But I got that.
What you got?
That moves.
Ooh, moving. But what about this? Macarena. What about referrals?
Yeah, what about referrals? I don't think Lorenzo knows anything about the referrals. We need to look into that.
We'll figure that all out. Guys, don't forget to let people that you think might be interested
Derek,
in Majora's Mask.
Do I have to refresh the page when the counter drops? I would probably refresh it just because
you
need
probably
to,
would too.
because you need to see the add in cart button.
Yeah. So Lorenzo's got 2 minutes to go to get everything ready.
Hey Ryan, no, there will not be a day one or last chance or 0 hour sticker.
No.
For this period.
No. Can I have can I have a 1-to-1 skull kit to put my mask, my life-size mask on? That's an interesting thing. So the skull kid will obviously not have the mask on, right? Just the beak. Midna is coming towards the home stretch on that.
It's been very, very challenging.
Has been.
It has been very challenging.
1 minute to go and 23 seconds.
No day one. This is not a day one. This is a last chance, Kirk. So there will not be any day one bonus reward points.
I got 21 seconds to go. I got 21 seconds to flow.
Look at that. 1 minute left, Lorenzo.
1 minute to go. 52 seconds. There's no day one bonus rewards because it is not day one. Alison can't wait for Midna, much appreciated. Kirk is just checking on.
I want everyone to have Midna. The things we've fought up.
Yeah, Raul just buys it.
Come on, Raul, you gotta work it. You gotta work for it.
He bought a Kira Life.
Stop offering money to buy day one cards. Just be there on day one.
22 seconds, 20 seconds.
20 seconds,
19,
18.
Yeah, it's coming along nicely.
16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go!
Let me refresh the page as
Refresh the
well.
page.
And it's -5, 6, 7. Right, let's keep praying. Lorenzo
Has no issues.
This will be for Taki and Majora's Mask. Remember, guys, there will be a 10% NRD for both of the items. Both items are open now until the 30th, around the same time on Monday, Hong Kong. So it's another late one.
Hit that refresh.
Right, so... Right, Majora's Mask exclusive
is now available to a lot.
Available.
Now available. So that was simple, easy peasy.
Guys, there is you can see the flexi payment plan there as well. the Taki exclusive is also up.
Nicholas for Taki will be able to have more information after this weekend.
So everything is up. We will stick around to see if the back end is working. Do let us know if you guys managed to snag your favorite piece or both of them.
What's up, Brandon? How's it going, mate? No referral link. Has there been referral links?
Referral links.
Ask Lorenzo about referral links for Majora's Mask.
Don't think he knows.
Hi guys, when do we get referral points for getting people to buy Majora's Mask? When the item is completed.
Right, so Cedric has managed to order his Majora's Mask. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Appreciate
Tyler
it.
Odom has ordered.
Nice one. Yep, I can see some orders coming through. So
You're okay on your side?
yeah, everything seems to be okay.
Yeah, so Lorenzo says he's not too sure about referral links.
All right, I'll look into that right
Yeah, we'll look
afterwards,
into that.
and I'll make it myself. So we are going to sign off right now. It seems to be going okay right now. What we're going to do is I'll look into the referral points. I will also look at dropping the TT, the feeding frenzies. That's 76 people on the stream right now, so we will do it based on that. So in the next 15 minutes or so, I will drop a feeding frenzy for that. Yeah, so those that are, do please spread the news about Majora's Mask. We appreciate the support on that, and that is, I believe, a wrap up, Chocks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Just want to give a quick shout out to
Yeah,
Collectiveverse.
Ah, yes, of
They're
course, forgot to
doing
mention that.
a 2017 kind of a
Guys, it's an absolute honour.
award thing.
The Golden Collector Awards, and
That's
they're
right.
focusing on community aspects and the idea of collecting and stuff like that. We are up for 3 awards, and we're so honoured for that. And that the first one is Best Group. Guys, much appreciated if you would help vote for us on that. When it comes on the 1st of November, we will be putting some more information on that. It's a huge honour for us. The second one is, of course, the long Q&A, long live streams. Let's if you guys enjoy these, I would appreciate if you guys could vote for that as well. And last but not least, what is the third one again? It is the...
I can't remember the last one.
It was best group, best live stream. See what the last one is for. But yeah, we'll be, mad love to those guys for that. And of course, you could win a Bowser from them if you just enter in. We're given, a Bowser to be donated for that. So that's, really cool. But yeah, so guys, we will be back at it again in another week's time. It will be Bowser's Preview Friday if everything goes smoothly. So if that's something that you're looking forward to, remember Bowser's Preview Friday will be like today. We will open up the pre-orders from Friday to Tuesday, because then blind pre-order live launch is when you push the button. So just to remember that. Cool. So do you want to find out what it was?
We'll go back.
We'll go back and we'll come back to it. So guys, thank you so much again. This is Chocks A Friday Q&A with Chocks A number 42 on the 27th of October 2017. You have been great to be hanging out with, and we will see you again next week. Let me just bring this up. Okay, I'm your host Alex.
And I'm Chuckles.
F4F is love.
F4F is
I
life.
will see you on the next one. Peace!
Later.
Wait a sec, start that again. And that's another one wrapped up. I'm your host, Alex.
And I'm Chuckles.
F4F is love.
F4F is life.
Peace.
Later.
Sweet. See you in the club, guys.
Take care.